Hey, this is Dave. Hi, John Diz. How y'all doing?
What up, buddy?
Hey, man, I work for a company. I've been here almost 30 years, and we're required to back in wherever we go.
What kind of company?
I do it all the time, too, in my personal vehicle. I got my wife doing it now.
What's the company?
That's the way it is.
What's the kind of company? You don't have to name the company, but like, what kind of company is making it mandatory to back in?
Communication company.
Okay, all right. I guess if you have to make a quick escape for some reason, it works out as well. Thank you, Dave.
I almost got fined when I used to live in Pinellas Park because we weren't allowed to back in.
What?
Because of the you know how they have like the paid parking? Like
they want to be able to see your
yeah.
See your.
So they
your
sent me a
license
letter
plate?
and they're like, stop backing in, and I. For the longest time, I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, oh, yeah, because the thing.
Oh, that.
I'm so used to backing into spots. That's like how I just like driving, man.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, Jesse from Northport. How y'all doing today?
Jesse from Northport. What up?
I am so happy to talk to you about this.
Is it a passion of yours? Do you back in as well?
I do not. I am an anti-backer.
Yeah,
You don't throw that thing back?
The more I think about it, the more I like don't know why I have a problem with it. Like,
Here,
I'm not mad about
I'll
it.
tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because it's the dude in front of you who's making you wait while they take the parking spot that you can't have, and you're waiting for them to turn their car around and 3-point turn and get back into the... And you still have to wait for them and find your next parking spot.
So the
'cause
rage,
that one ain't yours.
The rage comes from having to wait on the person who backs in, not the actual act of backing in.
Pretty much. The act of backing in other environments, completely acceptable. But this, don't make me wait for you to park so that it's easier for you because you're making it inconvenient for everyone around you.
We all share the road.
Fair enough. I don't want to get too lost in this. If you're on hold for this, we can take more calls in a moment. But trying to make sure I don't miss anything that was too interesting from the night. Very rowdy, very fun.
Yeah.
Had a great time down on the field. We gave away a bunch of stuff. Great Bay was absolutely amazing. $5 Mick Ultras all night long, and it was an electric environment. So I had the busy day on Saturday, and deep in my soul, I had gotten to the point where I'd had enough fun that I wanted to keep the party going. Like, my whole being was telling me, go downtown with the crew. Like, you guys were all going downtown. I was like, Corey and his crew and Doug and Rand Dizzle and the whole crew were out there. And I was like, I need to make the right decision for my future life and for my life tomorrow and not go out gallivanting.
Yeah.
But we did do a proper parking lot party after, which I thought got me right to where I needed to be to make it home alive enough to be functional the next day.
I think you made the perfect decision because that's why I didn't try to talk you into crazy because at first I was like, oh, what are you, a pussy? And you're like, dude, I got to be up at an event like, 9 a.m. or something?
Earlier than that,
So
I had to be out.
Oh, man.
So I made that move, and it was, talk about a blessing, because we were chatting when you came over that neither of us made the best decisions on eating or preparing to eat when we were going out for a night of partying and celebrating America. And by the time I got home, Danielle and my sister-in-law and my niece went to the Evanescence show. So they were going to be getting home like a little bit after me. And I'm just sitting there stewing in my hunger, knowing that I should just go to bed. And I'm kind of laying there, and Danielle calls me, and she's like, I'm like, are you guys just leaving? She's like, no, we're almost home. But we're going to stop at Culver's.
Oh, nice.
Nothing like putting a double cheeseburger in your belly right before you go to bed. But it definitely helped. And Saturday was just as fulfilling and as amazing of a day as you can have. Saturday morning, we had the big bottle drop with Liquor Depot, partnered up with Satchel's Last Resort, the amazing dog sanctuary down in Sarasota. And, man, Trey is just a buttoned-up dude, man. When you look at a guy that's got it together, the whole Liquor Depot family and the way that he runs his businesses, he's got it figured out. Raised over $2,000 for Satchel's Last Resort for those with that bottle. Now, I do have something very exciting for those that did not make it out, or maybe you were thinking, that's just too far to drive. Trey just texted me before the show, and there are 10 bottles left. And I didn't know you could do this. You can order his single barrel picks off of the website and get it delivered to your home. So there are 10 bottles left of the Elijah Craig. That is a 9-year, and it's got a Senning Show logo on it with the adoptable dogs and all that. There are 10 left. $59.99. $10 goes directly to Satchels. So if that was something you wanted to do and just couldn't make it out, you can go to their website, which I believe is liquordepottampa.com, and you'll just hit shop barrels, and it's right at the top. If you did want to get one, $10 goes to an amazing cause. Bunch of nice people came out in the morning, and then we from there, after a very successful, fulfilling morning, raising money for Satchels, meeting a bunch of cool people, we had the grill giveaway at Tampa Bay Outdoor Kitchens and the brisket shop, which I got to eat a couple.
You got some?
I did. I had some wings. I had some pork belly.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I tried for the first time. I've been wanting to try it forever. Everybody always talks about the burger there. I did finally try. I had a little quarter of a burger that was very, very delicious. And, Tone Mauve, our guy that made the necklace. You know who he is. The guy.
Yeah.
He won the Traeger on Saturday, which was awesome. A bunch of great people came out and hung out and tried to win that Traeger. We are going to give away another one this Saturday. More on that later. And then I have to say, fun day. But the funnest of the fun came later in the day when we went to the Joy Bar, the dive bar, and Diz came out for that. That is the Christmas-themed dive bar out in Tampa off Armenia. And Trey had set it up to where there was a private tasting. And shout out to our dude, Carrie from Gershie's, who brought out a bunch of pizza. And we just had an amazing time in there playing the touch tunes, tasting a bunch of really good bourbon. And I don't want to bury the lead. There was a claw machine in this place, okay? So many, like the thoughtfulness of the way that place is decorated. Like I saw you like walking around and looking at all the little intricate Christmas decorations all over the walls, and it's very, very cool. And over in the corner, there is a claw machine that appears to the naked eye to just be filled with stuffed animals, like most claw machines are. And it has some treasures in there. There was two porno DVDs inside the claw machine, and of course, that caught my eye. And I had one $5 bill in my pocket, and I said, I'm putting in this $5 bill. I have to win this porno out of the claw machine. And I don't know that there's going to ever really be a way to capture the energy that was inside the building. I put in the $5. It's kind of buried in between all of the stuffed animals. And on my first try, I am able to snag the sleepover, this grade A porno on my first try. And it was like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl and the Lightning won the Stanley Cup on the same day, with how the crowd just erupted when I was able to pull that porno out of there. And I've done many of great things in my life, a lot of victories, personally, professionally. One of the best moments of my life.
It was a great moment. And I do you think that they have just like bar cameras that you could ask him if like it might have caught it?
That would be pretty awesome, because you got some good footage right after I got it, but the moment when it dropped was a very, very special. At least it could also be one of those things where we were just caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
It's not quite as impressive as I thought it was, but that was a great time. And I did want to give a shout out to what was really cool is, hopefully when we talk about Trey and Liquor Depot and the charitable things that he does, people will find out about him. But I also found, there's a lot of people in the bourbon community and that follow everything that Trey does that listened to the show for the first time when he was on last week, that kind of hung around and listened. And one of those guys, the dude's name was Gio. And he looks exactly like your freaking cousin in the first place.
Look a lot.
I must have saw him in the morning, but when he walked into the Joy Bar, immediately I'm like, oh, Dizzy's here because there's his cousin. And it is not, but he was just kind of sharing with, I never had heard of your show, and I listened to Trey, and then ever since he was on, I've been listening ever since. And it worked out really well because, like I said, we were playing the touch tunes, and I notoriously like sad, depressing, weird, gritty country music. And some of my friends that were there, Rich and Lisa and others, were bashing me for playing it. But Gio and his buddy, new friend Chase, were kind of, getting excited with the songs that I was playing. And I played some Stapleton. And they're like, oh, you're just rubbing it in our face that we can't go tonight. And I had happened to have one last pair of Stapleton tickets that had not been given away for the day. So I gave it to to Gio and this guy Chase, who I'm under the impression that those guys met on that day. Were you?
They met that day, which to me was the thing that blew me away, because every time I looked over, they were like sniffing glasses together. They may as well have, when like you're with your girl and you do like the cross the hands and drink. They may as well did that, because they look like such a bromance couple. Dude. And they're like, we met an hour ago. I'm like, get out of here.
Dude,
they're like, yeah.
I love fellowship. I love the brotherhood. And hold on, I want to see if I can find this guy's Instagram, because he's kind of like an aspiring influencer kind of. He's bearded_whiskey lover, and he pretty much puts up like reviews of different bourbons and whiskeys and stuff. But sometimes we can take for granted with the tickets that flow in and stuff, that I was just like, oh, I got tickets. I got a pair of tickets, which blew their mind. So Gio and Chase, new best friends, were able to go to Stapleton, and we had a great time at the Joy Bar. And it was so funny because my buddy Rich and his wife Lisa and her friend were there. And I knew a bunch of people there, and I knew you were coming. And in my head, I was like, I hope, he feels welcome, and like it would be, just a different crowd. And by the end of the party, you and Rich,
that's my dog now.
I think mostly just, if we can be honest, you guys were making fun of us for being the type that would sniff a bourbon and go, I smell the banana and the maple, and I taste a little bit of hickory and deep red cherry. You guys bonded over busting all of our balls, I think.
Yeah, it started actually first because he asked me what I usually drink, and I'm like, oh, Crown and Coke. And he goes, when you get to my age, it's all diet.
Yeah.
It's all diet. You can't do it. And then we got on the thing about the whiskey, and when they went on the trip and he was doing all the samplings, and he goes, and they're all hitting this thing and getting all these different notes, and I would just write in my thing, it burns. Yeah. It burns a little less than the first one. This one burns less than the second, but more than the first. So I was like, I get it, dog.
Yeah, it was almost like you both wanted to say that the whole time, but just didn't get a chance to.
And then he mentioned when he like does those type of things, and he goes, and honestly, I want to ask for ice so it can be chilled. I go, me too. He goes, don't say that in front of them. They'll all make fun of you. Trust me. I'm like, all right.
But it was a great weekend, and very fulfilling to help out Satchels. Trey, thank you again. Mayor Pete, fun times the whole way. But that was on Friday or on Saturday. So when I left you, that was, my day was winding down. Your night was just starting.
Yeah.
You ended up slump godding it on Saturday.
I went and watched the game at my sister's, hung out with my family. It was a whole thing.
After the bar?
After the bar. I went straight there. I was supposed to be there at the start of the game. Yeah. And I remember looking over at the TV, and the game was on. I was like, oh, man.
I could have stayed there for another 5 hours.
Same.
I had to, especially after the day that I had. In my head, I'm like, okay, 6 o'clock, I'm out of here. Then it gets to be like 6:20, 6:40. I'm like, I don't want to go home. But eventually we did call it, and okay, you got some family time in after that.
Yeah, and then I had planned to hang out. Me and JoJo and his girl always go to like the Thunder Bay. And
Thunder Bay where the dogs at.
Her homegirl who listens to The Bone all the time, we had planned to hang out, so she was like, all right, after Chris Stapleton, I'm going to come to the bar, we'll hang out, karaoke. I don't even I remember seeing her.
You had one of those nights, to say the least.
Had to piece everything together. I have like a bruise because
what did you do?
Yeah,
is the picture of you and your cousin where you're both passed out? Is that a real photo? You guys both slumped out.
My friend who I used to do the podcast with, his baby mom was there, and that's all like photos and stuff for there.
Yeah.
She was like, we hung out last night. I was like, you were there? She goes, I was taking videos. I came outside and saw you guys taking a nap together. Oh man,
it's nice to have. You can't do it all the time.
Yeah.
But there's something to a rowdy night that you don't remember completely every now and again.
I can't remember, not even just the last time I fell asleep drinking. Yeah. I don't drink like that usually, but just getting blackout drunk where it's like, what happened after this time?
Sometimes it's I don't know if it's actually good for the soul, but it's a good decompression. I was really I was hoping that Gio and or Chase, our new friends and new listeners, might call. I don't know if either of these are them. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Oh, James.
James, what's up, buddy?
I think that you might be pranking us or pranking us, because I don't, that story where you said you get the booze. I don't think it's really called Liquor Depot.
Thank you, sir. It's not. It's Liquor Depot. LiquorDepotTampa.com. You can still get one of those barrels. $10 go to Satchels. Thank you.
A little update on the backup into spots. I texted a few brothers.
Oh, yeah? What's the word? Are they all doing it?
Gordy. Doesn't really do it too much.
Okay.
Mo, no, and I make fun of people that do. Spike, Yes, all brothers do all the time.
Okay, now I'm not gonna expound upon the thoughts I have there, but
It's checking out.
a little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Boom, boom, Ross Chastain, Brooks and Dunn Radio.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
John, I gotta tell you, bro, it's called Talladega style, man. Dizzy, put up when you back your truck in or Jeep or whatever. It's called Talladega parking. You always back into your parking spot, man. It's NASCAR invented that crap.
Oh, look, look at that.
I'm letting you know, man. It's called Talladega style.
All right, I'm not gonna forget it, and it sounds a lot cooler. And the fact that you're calling it Talladega style, I'm probably gonna start doing it now. Now that I know that.
It's true, man. Peace,
brother.
Well, now you have to back up.
Yeah,
because you're a vroom-vroomer.
Dude, I'm a Dega guy too.
Yeah.
Senning Show. I have a story I have to share. It's been already mildly shared on the air today, but I have to share it again here in a moment. The most, and I'm hoping the guy is not going to be bothered because he's out there. I'm not trying to pile on the guy, but the story is too good not to share. Senning Show. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, how's it going? This is actually Mike from Tampa.
Mike, what's up, buddy? How are you, man?
Good. I'm doing well, man. I actually got a situation here. Maybe you guys can help me out with, and it's kind of Satchels related. So maybe you guys can help me out.
Okay, is this a bad thing?
I mean, it's so I had a dog and it was adopted. Well, let me go back a little bit. It's so it's kind of a little sad. So my friend died, and I was fostering his dog. Okay. I'm not home that much, so I had to try to find a new home for him.
Okay.
I gave it, and then so I went on to Tampa Bay Rescue Network. It's actually a Facebook group, and I found somebody.
Okay.
And got vet references from her and everything.
Okay.
And so the dog bit somebody in her possession.
Oh, God. Okay. That's not good.
She's trying to give the dog back to me, and I told her, listen, this is why you have the dog, because I can't have the dog anymore at this point. So I'm not sure if I should get the authorities involved, call Satchels myself for her, and she's actually
honestly, if you want to shoot me an email, johnsenning@theboneonline.com, because I really don't know whether or not it would work. I don't know how full Satchels is or isn't. I know they do work with a lot of dogs that are in similar situations. So shoot me an email. I just don't know how much I can help you in this moment. But if you would like to, shoot me an email and I'll see if I can help you out. Because it is tough out there when you have a dog that you're trying to rehome or get adopted or find a place for. I've been through situations like that before, trying to help in the past. So shoot me an email, johnsenning@theboneonline.com, and I'll touch base with the Satchels people and see if they can help you out.
Okay, great. Because she's also threatening me and trying to smear me all on Facebook and everything. So I'm not sure. Yeah.
I've never heard that. Smear like a cream cheese? Smear?
Yeah, I'm going to be flat. So.
All right. Well, I don't want you to be smeared or shamed, or I don't want your good name smeared. So just shoot me an email. So going backwards a little bit, and I know Mike talked about this for a moment this morning, but I brought in the paperwork to highlight this situation. I told you about this already, and you supposedly already knew about it as well.
Yeah.
So I was at Brisket Shop a little early, and we had went inside and got a seat at the bar, and we're having some snacks. And Mike Calta was there as well. He walked in, and a couple moments after he walks in, this guy comes in, and sir, if you're out there, I will take your call. I'm not trying to besmirch your good name. You just have to try and put yourself in my situation for a moment and just realize that it was a unique situation. So he comes in, and first of all, he has a dog in his hand. He has a little dog in his hands.
Like a chihuahua?
A chihuahua looking dog. And with almost not saying anything, he just hands his dog to Mike Calta immediately. And he's shaking. He's shaking feverishly. And he keeps saying, I'm so nervous. I'm shaking. I've been trying to get in touch with you guys for 10 years.
10 years? Do you believe that?
I don't believe it for me.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a period of time where he was trying to get in touch with Mike Calta, and then maybe he at some point found out who I was, and then maybe that is, I don't know where I come into the equation. He brought a folder. I actually have the folder. If you're watching on Bone TV or on YouTube, it was a paper bag FedEx, and there's also a USB drive in here, which is concerning to me. And he starts pulling papers out of it, and it's like he took photos from his phone of his TV and then printed them out. You can see the DVR is paused and all.
I didn't get to see all those. Pass me those papers after.
I'll pass you these papers first. and it comes with I don't know what you would call this.
What?
There's just like a statement. There's a whole there's a logo.
Oh, I saw this one.
In big bold letters it says Subway Jared's My Journey, his last commercial ever. And it goes on to read as followed. I can't read it all, but the animated Jared television marketing ad aired during the National Hockey League playoff game on May 22nd, 2015 between the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning is finally being exposed as deceptive. So this commercial aired in May of 2015. It's finally being exposed as deceptive, allegedly, of course. If and when Subway officially acknowledges that they included a religious symbol, the Jesus cross, as part of their subliminal marketing practices, are the spokespersons listed below accepting of being a part of a team that uses this intentional and deceptive business practice to make us all Christian?
Oh, my God.
And then in parentheses, which I am, ? And then it has an entire list of all of the people that have, I guess, endorsed Subway over the years. And then at the bottom it says, the subliminal way is not okay with me. My question to you, are you okay or not okay? So this is, as you can imagine, a lot.
Yes.
A lot to ingest and digest and try to understand what is going on.
And he got through all that with you guys?
He got through most of it. There's actually, I didn't know what to do with it. Maybe I'll post it. Lisa, Rich's wife, she was recording the whole. This is all on video.
Oh, really?
This is all on video.
Oh, man.
And then this is where, and again, sir, if you're out there, please don't wear my skin as a suit, and I believe you. He then says, just out of complete nowhere. So I'm sitting there, Mike is sitting at the seat next to me, and then standing right next to me is my buddy Rich Clemens. He's the guy that runs the Mike Allstott Family Foundation.
My best friend.
And your new best friend, and his wife, Lisa. Out of nowhere, this guy says, and if you need somebody to vouch for me, I know Rich Clemens that runs the Mike Allstott Family Foundation.
Now, at this point, was he like wearing sunglasses?
No,
and you can't really tell?
Like I'm telling you, he's speaking to. There's four of us. It's me, it's Mike, it's Rich, and his wife. He's talking to all. He's talking to him,
and he's like looking at all you guys.
And so I immediately, and you can see it in the video. I look up and go, like, what the? Like almost like I'm being punked. So I'm a smart ass, and I go, oh my God, are you kidding me? Let's give him a call. So I pull up my phone and I call him, and Rich's phone, right? And then you can hear this in the video. Rich's phone just starts ringing like loud as can be. This guy has no grasp on what's going on at all at this point. And I'm kind of messing with him a little bit more. I'm like, you're saying you know him though. Like if you could pick him out of a lineup, you know who he is. He's like, oh yeah, I worked with him for years. And he even says, he's like, his wife is great, Lisa, all of this. And I don't push it too much further. The exclamation point / bow on this insane story. I have the paperwork. I have the flash drive. He says, you can Google my ex-wife just to make sure that you know everything's on the up and up because she runs a charity. Oh. And he goes, and if you Google me, you don't need to Google me because you won't find anything. And when the way he said that, I was like, that sounds weird. Yeah. And before I could even have a thought about it, he goes, well, there are a couple things. I have 2 felonies, but it's because of something that happened at my daughter's sleepover.
Oh my God.
And at that point, I was like, I gotta.
This guy knows Jared on a first name basis. It sounds like,
and that would be the irony of it is that he was, I guess, trying to expose Jared from Subway, but also giving the details of like,
don't look at me. There's nothing to find except for that sleepover.
The whole sleepover incident. Which
did you look it up?
No, I did not. I don't even. No disrespect, sir. I don't think his name's on here. I don't remember the guy's name to Google.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But who knows? Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. Maybe somebody tried to break in to his daughter's sleepover and he killed them in cold blood and he got some charges for that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
that would be one way. That would be one way to put it out there.
Sounds like he was trying to give massages. Anyone need a little tucking in?
Come on, girls. It's bedtime.
So I know about that because maybe a month or two ago.
He did, yeah. And let me just say this part real quick. He was kind of riled up about the fact that he said he had come to the station multiple times and dropped off the package with the paperwork and it didn't make it to me. He's like, I don't know who's. He almost made it seem like it was a conspiracy that somebody was not getting this paperwork to us.
Heather brought it in. And I remember the package, like the writing was weird. And she's like, here you guys go. Some guy just dropped it off. And I was like, what kind of guy? And she goes, I don't know, but it's for you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, Monica, you open. I'm not opening that to Anthrax or something. Maybe they're bringing it back. We open it, same type of papers.
Same exact thing.
And as she goes to throw it out, flash drive falls out.
Yeah.
And I look at it, I go, don't put that in the computer.
I'm not putting that anywhere at all. And
we should get someone to look at that, though.
Well, it's funny because in the flash, when the guy starts going through it, Calta is like, this would be perfect for Dizzy. You need to have Dizzy investigate this. And I'm like, that would be a great new segment, like Dizzy investigates.
Yeah.
Deep dive.
Detective Diz.
Perfect. Look at you. So the thing is, in the picture, there is a screenshot of like a zoom in on a part, and it just has a little cross, and it says "My Journey." So he's like insinuating that, I guess, Subway put that in the commercial to make people love Jesus or something.
Do we post these at all on our story?
I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no for now. Just for now, I would say.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to handle. Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Hey, Promo John, how are you doing, my
What
friend?
the heck, man? Jacob 2 times on a Monday. What the hell's going on, buddy?
What's going on is, okay, so speaking of Subway, you were talking about Subway, Promo John.
I know you're a Subway guy, Jacob. Yes.
And I
Chicken
go
teriyaki.
and I go to the Subway on Mondays, and the person that helps me with my sub, her name is Renee, and she helps me every Monday. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. That's very nice. What kind of sub do you get?
I usually get the ham sub every Monday, Promo John. Can you believe it?
I got to say, Jacob, I feel like I've been fighting back on ham sandwiches for a while now. And lately, I've been into ham sandwiches. And I'm glad you brought this up because I have a vision for a ham sandwich that I'm going to make tonight.
Okay.
It's going to be just game changer. I got the lady in my neighborhood who makes the fresh bread.
Yeah.
So yesterday, we got a loaf of this sourdough jalapeno cheddar focaccia bread.
Oh, wow.
So tonight, I'm going to make ham and salami big melt sandwich on this focaccia bread, and I'm really excited about it, Jacob.
Oh wow. Well, see, okay. Well, see, I don't know if you can help me with this, Promo John, or not, but if I hadn't talked to before on the radio, and I've been trying to reach them.
I'm here to help you, dude. Whoever you need to speak to that's on the radio that you can't get a hold of, I'm here to make sure that you talk to him. Who is it?
I hadn't talked to Abby from the morning show before, and I've been trying to reach Scotty and Abby. Sometimes when I try and reach them, and when I try and reach Scotty and Abby, they don't pick up sometimes, and I've been trying.
They're very, very busy, and we did get to spend some time with them over the weekend.
Best friends now.
Yeah, I do. I have her number, and we're supposed to call her, but I just don't. Not like I'm saying I was going to call her. I just don't know if maybe I
Today?
should. I was just saying maybe I give her a briefing sometime this week. Jacob, you call me, and we'll call her up live on the air. I just need to give her a warning first.
I sure would. I sure would love to hear her voice and talk to her for the first time and see and see why Scotty the Body's not picking up for me in the morning.
Yeah,
he should pick up for me.
He's clearly screening your calls, and he probably is mad because you're so tight with Miguel and Holly. That's his competitor, so he probably knows you're on their team, and it's time to pick sides. CMG versus the world, brother.
Come on. Plus, oh man, come on. Plus, I got a big announcement to make. Did you know that? I don't know if you know this or not, Promo John, but did you know that the morning show got rebranded Magic Mornings with Scotty and Abby?
I did.
You know that?
Of course, I know. How could I not? We're right here in the building. Jacob, I hate to cut you short at all, but it's 1:38, and I'm running very, very late. But I love that you called, and I love you very much, buddy, okay?
I love you very much. Hey, Promo John, listen, Promo John, if I call you on Wednesday, call Abby so I can talk to her, okay?
Why didn't you say hello to my buddy Diz, though? That was pretty rude.
Hey, Dizzy, how are you doing?
I get a charity
Just a pity hello. We love you, Jacob. We love you. Goodbye. All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to dig into that thing. A little bit of a double-headed that thing. In a weekend that was kind of filled with patriotism. The Friday night party with USA, Team USA doing so well, and just that whole thing being steeped in America, it already had me feeling some sort of way. And then last night, I didn't know how I felt about it. I didn't know what to think, but I knew I was going to buckle up and watch it. definitely needed to touch on some of the finer points of the UFC Freedom 250 that took place at the White House. Really only one major controversy. I have the audio of what a fighter decided to say after his win that, go figure, not a lot of people are happy with. And another story that is almost too bizarre to believe that it's real, but an example why you shouldn't do any bootleg bungee jumping off a bridge in Brazil. All that and a bunch more coming up next on a Monday edition of Senning Show. Don't go anywhere.
There's just something about that old beach town. No matter where I go, I hear that sound. I can hear it from miles away.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone with Badger Bob Services presents the Staycation Comfort Sweepstakes. Because the Florida heat hits different. And then you get inside, crank up the AC, and your electric bill goes up. Then your grocery bill, and then gas for your car. We want to take care of it all. Daily winners get $125 for gas, $125 for groceries, and a free AC checkup to keep your place cool. And that's not just for one of you, Bone fam. We're doing it every single weekday for 2 weeks. So come get your relief. It's the Badger Bob Staycation Comfort Sweepstakes from Badger Bob Services at 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Save time and money with a vinyl fence in a box from Fence Outlets. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,128. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Father's Day is right around the corner, and if you're tired of giving Dad another tie, another polo shirt, another gift card he'll forget about next week, I've got a better idea. Head to the Golden Diamond Source, where finding the perfect Father's Day gift is easy. They've got the largest jewelry inventory in Tampa Bay, packed with gold chains, bracelets, watches, rings, and unique gifts dads will actually love. And no matter your budget, they have something special waiting for you. Plus, they have 0% financing for up to 5 years, so you can give Dad a gift that makes a statement without stretching your wallet. For over 40 years, families throughout Tampa Bay have trusted the Golden Diamond Source for life's most important gifts. This Father's Day, skip the ordinary and give Dad something he'll treasure for years. It's the Golden Diamond Source in Clearwater and online at goldendiamond.com.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
I got mine. You got yours? I sure did. I got mine at Maher Chevrolet's Bargain Outlet. New SUVs under $20,000, Silverados under $29,900. And are you ready for this? Big news from Chevrolet. For a limited time only, 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverados. Talk about a bargain. Head out now. Maher Chevrolet's Bargain Outlet, St. Petersburg. MaherChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive. I got mine.
Dizzy here for Kava Social Club, Bradenton's best bar. Do you even have to sell a drop of alcohol? How about that? When it comes to drinking, they say you should never drink alone. Well, you'll never have to worry about that if you show up to Kava Social Club. Kava Social Club is located at 540 13th Street West in Bradenton. Just a quick hop over the Skyway. I'm all about vibes, and it's always a vibe out there. And I want to share that vibes with my close friend. So how would you rate your first experience?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I was a little hesitant at first, but this stuff's it's pretty good.
And unlike other bars, they're open 24/7.
24/7? For some kava or kratom?
Yeah, they got the kava, they got the kratom, but also coffees, teas, THC drinks.
What? THC drinks? Dude, is that even legal?
I would hope so. They told me to mention it on the commercials. Check them out online at thekavasocialclub.com. Go to the events, check out their whole calendar. There's always something going on that you can get into.
I gotta be honest with you, Diz. This is good. I think we found something new for me.
I knew you would. And what you should do is follow them on social media at Kava Social Club. So next time you're in town, we can go get a drink together. Kava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe.
What's that thing you say again? Bool out, baby.
Bool out, baby.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Feel the passion and catch the action as Michelob Ultra presents USA Soccer Watch Parties. Get to Janice Live in downtown St. Pete to watch USA take on Australia Friday afternoon, June 19th at 3 p.m. All soccer fans 21 and up, come together, cheer loud, and rep the red, white, and blue. Tickets only $10.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
It'd be hot out there. It'd be real hot. Welcome back to Senning Show. We're going to help you get through this Monday. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. Thank you so much for being here. 800-771-1025. The Grill for America campaign continues. I got over the weekend to lay eyes and hands upon for the first time the outdoor kitchen that we're giving away. So right now at Wild Fork locations in West Chase, South Tampa, St. Pete, as well as at the brisket shop, there's a QR code. All you have to do is scan it and you'll be registered to win this beautiful outdoor kitchen, which is a giant grill. It's a beautiful marble countertop. It has a separate area that's like a flat top, which I was very excited and jealous about. You can do your smash burgers, your hibachi, your breakfast, your pancakes, whatever on that. The winner will receive that kitchen a $1,000 Wild Fork gift card and a summer supply of Budweiser. And to kind of celebrate and keep the excitement alive, we're doing a bunch of different stops at Wild Fork locations. This Saturday is West Chase. I will be out there from 12 to 2. It's another Traeger grill, another $100 gift card to Wild Fork. So come through, scan the QR code to win the grand prize, but somebody on that day is leaving with a Traeger and a $100 gift card. So make your plans. Wild Fork is amazing. More options than you can even fathom at unbelievable prices. Check them out at wildforkfoods.com. So I watch almost every numbered UFC pay-per-view. Like I'll watch some of the fight nights and stuff, but when it's a legitimate pay-per-view, we normally do watch. So I was going to watch this no matter my thoughts. I heard JP kind of sharing his thoughts earlier, and I really felt like I kind of was on the same page with him, that like going into it, kind of like, I don't know, this just feels weird. And then you had the images over the weekend of the motorcycles doing backflips in front of the White House. I saw the funniest tweet. Somebody retweeted it. And you know, these big red, white, and blue ramps, and there's just motorcycle after motorcycle doing flips. And it says, this looks like a Disney movie where a 12-year-old became the president.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was funny.
That's
But
good.
it was just kind of like, you know, things are weird. I didn't know. That being said, instantaneously when I turned it on, all of that went away, and I just had a raging, throbbing American boner. Like the one part in the beginning that I was like, oh, God, what's going to happen here? Dana White and Donald Trump did what felt like a 5-minute walkout. They like walked through the entire White House as the cameras following them, and ultimately ended up like on the balcony. And that's when they did that flyover, which was pretty badass. But from that point on, I think the UFC did a really, really, really good job of keeping it fairly apolitical. Like it was mostly just about America. I mean, Donald Trump was there. He's in the front row. He's the president, so hard to avoid all that. But just a very, very American presentation. I thought it was great that the crowd around the octagon was mostly compiled of active military. They had the Navy band did all of the entrance music, which was pretty cool to see them like doing real songs that they probably had never done before. And outside of that, probably the best stretch of fights on any UFC card in many, many years. Have you seen any of the highlights? What happened, at least in the main event?
Yes, I saw that. They had to stop the fight.
Yeah. Justin Gaethje, who was an extreme underdog, and they all, when all of the fighters walked out, they all kind of started in a different part of the White House. And in the main event, you know, Justin Gaethje, American in the main event, dude, the scene, it zooms in on him. He's standing in the Oval Office.
Oh, that's pretty
with
cool.
a American flag over his shoulder, and he's looking up at the Declaration of Independence.
Oh,
And
really?
he walks out, and just everything about that moment I thought was really, really cool. And man, he put a beating on Topuria that I don't think anybody saw coming. It was one of the worst beatings, I think, in the UFC in a minute. This guy's face is mangled. They think that he probably broke his orbital bone. I saw people today saying they need to check Gaethje's gloves because the hits, the way this dude's face blew up, to some it looked almost unnatural. And yeah, they got over in between rounds going into the fifth. And it's hard to say who ultimately called it, because I think his brother was in the corner saying to stop it. He wanted to keep going, and through all of that conversation, they ended up just throwing in the towel. But overall, I thought it was just a great presentation, just visually, to have the White House in the background there. It was just really, really cool.
Yeah, the White House in the background, it almost made it feel like, to me, remember like the old Street Fighter game?
Yes.
Where you go to different regions?
Dude, that's a great analogy, because it is like that.
Yeah.
Where you just have all of these wild things in the background.
Yeah, like they're in Russia. Now you're in USA, so you see the White House.
That's a great way to think about it, because it was very much like that. And I think for the most part, the night didn't really have controversy outside of, they were worried about weather. They were worried about rain. They were warning of a mosquito infestation that was going to be. Oh, yeah, there was people were fighting with the Weather Channel all day, because the Weather Channel put up this post that said 40-mile-an-hour winds, rain, lightning, and a mosquito infestation or something. So everyone was like, okay, you're doing this because you obviously are not a fan of the event. And
yeah.
I think even the White House was coming at the Weather Channel. None of that really came to fruition. But the only, I would say, borderline controversy was in the heavyweight fight where it was Josh Hokett versus Derek Lewis, which, do you know who Derek Lewis is? He's the dude, big black dude, who he became famous because after one of the fights, he's a great fighter, has been, but after one of the fights, he was like, oh, my balls are sweaty.
Oh, yes, you played the audio. Yeah.
So that dude needs to retire. He looked like he shouldn't have even been in there. After the first round, he was completely gassed. But Josh Hokett, who I guess he's got a shtick. I don't know fully what it is. He's always like rhyming, and he seems to have like an alter ego character. And when he won the fight, he got on the mic and, he did his thing. He rhymed a little bit. And then this was the line that, rubbed people the worst of all.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Am I right, America?
Dana White's never telling anybody ever what to say and what not to say. He did let it be known at the press conference after that he didn't really love it. And I think they were trying, even with the president there, to make it about America and not political. So I'm sure not everybody's thrilled that one of the main clips coming out of the whole event was this moment. And I saw, who they interviewed walking out who had a problem with it or said he didn't like it was Shane Gillis. He was at the fight, and they interviewed him walking out, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't like that at all."
I didn't either. It's just so dumb. Why use the platform to make
unnecessary? And I think moments like this, although it probably is a pipe dream, you'd like to. And I did see people saying last night on social media, which who knows if that's real. Not a fan of the president, not even a fan of the UFC, really, but. What a cool presentation. From an America standpoint, there was definitely something that could make you feel something. And then you have a moment like that. If you're like giving it a try and you go, okay, this is what they're up to. This is what those hoodlums are up to over there.
What did you do that was America for that fight when you watched it? Anything?
Nothing.
No?
Let me see. What did I? I'm trying to think what I had for dinner. No, actually, I did the opposite because I had tacos for dinner last night. So yeah, I did. If I would have thought about it a little bit more, I could have planned. I did have a couple Busch Light apples.
Oh,
that's pretty.
That's close.
That's pretty American.
Yeah.
But for the most part. Yeah, no, I had really good tacos, but I didn't celebrate. I did make sure that my American flag was tight and up yesterday.
Okay,
I pretty much am at a point now where I only put my American flag up on certain days, and my American flag was looking right and tight yesterday. But outside of that, no other celebrations.
Danielle watches with you, or she's not
yeah. She fell asleep, and that was the thing that was crazy. I don't know why. I know why, because it was Trump's birthday. But why they didn't try to do this on a Saturday night, because 1 a.m. on a Sunday is wild.
Yeah.
And when it got to the end, I was absolutely dozing, and it's part of the reason that I'm dragging ass today. But
UFC events long, man.
And now they're starting.
Long.
You know what's crazy? They're starting them an hour early, and they're still going till 1 a.m. It was almost like we're going to make people think that we're going to wrap it up earlier, but we're just going to be able to add more commercials and still have it go till 1 a.m.
When they came to the benchmark, Mike gave me his tickets because he wasn't using them, and I forgot how long those events got. And it was after, I think it was close to 1 where it ended, and the person I was with, she was falling asleep.
That is still a must for me. I have not. I've never been to a UFC event.
Oh man,
I have not been to a UFC event, and it's always like every time it's here, there's something going on where I can't make it. We used to go to some mid-range. There was an organization. It was pretty big for a while. King of the Cage. We used to go see those fights at the casino in Michigan, but I've never made it to a UFC fight, and that'd be pretty badass.
But you went to the bare knuckle, right?
Yeah, I've been to the bare knuckle. Which that is a whole other.
Because I hear you really hear those hits, man.
Dude, the meat on meat feeling that you hear, and it just kind of radiates through your body when those dudes are. They do them.
You went with Galvin? Who did you with?
Both times I've been to one at the fairgrounds, and then they've been doing them at OCC Roadhouse. And Galvin and Gio were there both times. My buddy Jake went, and they put on a great show, and it's a spectacle to see in person.
Yeah, did Reber fight?
Reber. That was the last one. That was the last one I went to, and he won last time they were in Clearwater just a few weeks ago. He won his fight then. I think he's up for a title shot.
Oh, he
Unless
is.
He's the champ. I don't think he's the champ yet, but
I
think he's going for the title.
We got to go.
Yeah, I know, and we need to get him back. We need to get him back in the studio. I feel like these people might want to talk about UFC. I have another story I have to throw out there because I've just been enamored with it, shocked and mortified with it all weekend long. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, it's Reggie, John.
What up, Reggie? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
The Navy doesn't have a band. It's the president's own. It's a Marine Corps band.
You know when when I said that, Reggie, I knew that I was pulling that out of my ass. I knew that I said the naval band, and really I just knew they were like an official government band. So tell me again, what was that band exactly?
The president's own.
Oh, the president's own. Where do they play when they're not playing the UFC? Like, do they just play around the White House for Donnie, whatever he wants?
Wherever he needs it.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Marine Rock didn't call you.
It was pretty cool because they did a couple things like the guy who dropped the Michelle Obama line.
Yeah,
he came out to Hulk Hogan, Real American.
Oh, like you,
just like I did.
Yeah.
So they started with the real song, like the very very beginning of the intro, and then the band took over the rest of it. And there was a lot of stuff like that where the band was playing because they had people from all different countries, so they're playing songs this band probably learned for the.
I guess he was over.
Sorry to bore you, sir. I didn't mean to. I thought we were vibing, but okay, we'll move along then. Man, this video is so insane. And when I first started seeing it, I think maybe Friday night, I assumed it was one of those just fake things that the internet throws out and catches fire, but it wasn't as it seemed. And turns out it was exactly as it seemed. A Brazilian bungee jump team now saying that they were jointly responsible for carrying out safety checks before fatally launching a woman off of a bridge without connecting her to any rope or anything. Maria Rodriguez de Freitas, she's 21, is seen in the disturbing footage circulating online. If you have not seen the video, I wouldn't necessarily suggest you go find it, but there's two people holding this poor girl above their head, and I guess this is how they do it, and they just launch you off of this bridge, and it's not really a bungee jump because it's not a bungee cord, it's a rope, and you pretty much swing from this big-ass bridge, or you're supposed to, and I saw people, like, debating how does this happen, and a lot of people saying there's like this psychological phenomenon where things like this can happen, where it's something so obvious that everybody just assumes that it's been taken care of or that somebody's done it. You know, which is, you would think in a daredevil like hobby, whatever the hell you want to call this, that there's like 3 or 4 different safety checks that you do, because it's pretty clear there's 2 people holding her up and there's another person standing behind them. You would think one of them would go, oh, there's no rope connected to this person. You know, the whole point of the thing that we're doing. But nobody figured that out. And they threw her off the bridge, and she fell 130 feet, ultimately to her death. At the time of the incident, she was wearing a safety helmet and a body harness, but they never hooked her in. And now they're showing, it's come out that they're like sharing her Snapchat photos. She was like nervous about it. She was like showing the wristbands, and like she put up a post of somebody else doing it and was like, I don't know how I got talked into jumping off of a bridge and all of this.
Her fiance was there.
Yeah, out of all the things that could go wrong, it's almost like that's the one thing you don't think can go wrong. Like, the rope could break, I could hit my head, something could go wrong somewhere along the line, but the idea that these people will just completely forget to hook you up, and I guess they've arrested 6 people. The 2 people that threw her from the bridge, they ran. Yeah. They got out of there, and they ended up having to use helicopters to track these people down in the in the forest. That part is almost crazier because, I mean, I don't know these people. I don't know what kind of bootleg operation it is, but like the fact that they ran immediately, it makes you just feel like it's a criminal operation. Like they were like, you think you go to prison and you're in trouble no matter what? Like, is there a way where if you stay and you just go through, you know, whatever investigation there is, probably not a chance where it all just ends up being a big misunderstanding?
No, it's all on the safety stuff. They knew they were going down and they were going to get some serious charges. And they said, let's just trust our feet and see what this does.
And they did. They gave it a try, but I don't know that I was ever interested in bungee jumping or rope jumping off of a bridge, but I think this is the type of story that just stays kind of embedded in your mind, and I will not be doing that anytime soon.
No, never doing it. JP brought, because Monica said, I wonder if she heard when they said, like, oh my God, there's no rope. And JP's like, the way she's falling in the wind, probably can't hear anything. Yeah. But he was like, I wonder when she realized, I'm not going back up right now.
I mean, it had to be a split second. I mean, because 130 feet, not like the
crazy.
By the time you realize that the rope didn't catch you, it's morbid and sad to say, like, you're hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Like by the time you're right there. But just a wild, wild video that I was hoping was not real, and it turns out now a very viral video that's being reported all over the internet.
We discussed a little bit about stuff that we didn't do that, like, I call white hobbies.
Yeah.
What is a white hobby you'd like to do that? Like skydiving. You're not skydiving?
Not interested.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Bungee jumping, obviously, we just said
I got
no.
a good one. And it kind of freaks me out, but I will do it one day, and I'm very, very interested in it. Whitewater rafting.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I thought you had something else in
Yeah.
there. I go, he looks like he's an outdoor guy who'd do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, I hate the idea of like the raft flipping over and us being, underwater or something
Hitting
bad
rocks and
happening.
stuff, yeah.
But like the fun of just bouncing around and hitting these big rapids, like it just seems like so much fun. I haven't done it yet, but one day I would say that's the most likely white hobby that I would try.
What about shark cage?
Nah,
Really?
not really interested. I would do something maybe where you're swimming with like some docile sharks
like
or
bull
something.
sharks
I'd
or whatever
rather
they
do
call them.
that
Yeah.
than be in a cage with a big ass shark that wants to eat me and everybody I love.
Hot air balloon.
No.
Yeah, same.
We've talked about that before. That is the dumbest. I don't understand how or why people get into the hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I don't know. I guess there's a thrill to it, but it also feels like it's meant to be like peaceful. You know what I mean? Well, I just don't. Like it doesn't. It is a thrill, but it just doesn't present like a normal thrill. And the fire into the balloon.
Insane to me.
Yeah,
and they don't direct it. There's no wheel on it to take you where you want to go.
You have to be able to steer something, right?
No, you just go up vertically.
Well,
up and down they control. The winds take you where you got to go.
Well, I mean, so then where
they
do you
have
know?
a general idea. I'm sure they check the wind patterns and they see kind of the idea.
Well, how do you know where you're going to land? You have to know where you're going to land, right?
No, but I think they just think, all right, there's a field this way. The wind's supposed to push us this way, so we're going to hope to land in there.
That can't be true.
I don't know. My uncle's been on one before, and he said we had a planned area, and we landed like a mile or two away from where we're supposed to because you can't control it.
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
You cannot steer a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Instead, pilots navigate by changing altitudes to catch different wind currents because winds blow in varying directions and speeds at different heights. We had a hot air balloon festival near our house in Michigan, which was awesome to see because there would be, 50, 60 air balloons like up in the sky, beautiful summer night. And it looks really, really cool. We even had one come down in our neighborhood once. Everybody was fine. But they're very cool to see in the distance. I just can't see enjoying myself in a hot air balloon.
That sounds more scary to me, that idea of it, than just going up by yourself. Because now I'm going up and we're all like just up there and we could crash into each other and not stop. And
I would say, I think it would be fun. You have to have the person who operates the hot air balloon in there, so I don't think you'd be able to pull it off. But I always thought like a sex den hot air balloon.
Oh, like
where you
it's
go
like
up
a
there.
Mile High Club.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not-
like that. That to me sounds invigorating, but I don't think I'm willing to put myself into a hot air balloon just for that moment.
No, that's one of the last things I want to do.
I think you're right. All right, let's step aside for a moment. Hold on, I'm really was hoping to hear from Gio today, so he could tell us about his new, not that Gio that we met over the weekend.
Oh,
with
okay.
Stapleton. Oh, I think I just hung up on him. If it was him, I did hang up on you.
Gio, call back.
Call back. Here's a little Stapleton for our guy out there.
Listen, Gio, love story, love it.
Do not go anywhere. When we come back, a little vroom vroom, my man. I'm going to be wearing this every Monday until the end of time. If this keeps up, a generational run we're witnessing in NASCAR with Denny Hamlin. We'll talk about that for a minute. And I feel like we touched on this a little bit on Friday, but I really want to dig in. There is a dude that is in America, I believe for his first time ever, for the World Cup. And he's become a sensation online because he's experiencing all these different things in America for the first time. I want to run through the things that he's had and that he's loving so much, but I also want to take some calls on if you brought somebody here from another country that had never been here before, what is the one thing in America you think they need to experience? We'll do that and a bit more. Coming up next on more Senning Show. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. Reese windows. The heat is here, which means the severe weather and possibly, you never know, hopefully not, hurricanes. And protecting your home with hurricane impact windows is important. And when you go with Reese Windows, you're going with a company that you can trust. They've been doing it for over 50 years. Family-owned, local business. All of these products are made in America, and they come with that double lifetime warranty, which transfers with your home when you sell it. That's going to increase the value of your home, and we're all trying to do that these days. Our buddy, a cat named Mo, had his house decked out with Reese Windows. He loves them, and they get most windows installed in under 8 weeks. And if you want an opportunity to get $25,000 in new windows, all you got to do is text WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129. You can also get a free quote today at reesewindows.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Summer Nights returns, and The Bone is sending you. Now through August 9th, guests can experience Busch Gardens' electrifying summer nights. The park comes alive after dark with extended hours, non-stop thrills, and high-energy fun, including an all-new Wild Skies drone show and fireworks spectacular, an all-new beach bash, and of course, 9 world-class roller coasters at night under the stars. Listen to 102.5 The Bone for your chance to win tickets to Busch Gardens Summer Nights, now through August 9th. Get details and extra chances to win on the free 102.5 The Bone app.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in the Tampa area without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in the Tampa area for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FREE to 64,000. The Tampa area is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in the Tampa area and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FREE to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FREE to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FREE to 64,000.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. One of our guiding principles is to provide great beds at a great value. Our goal is to prove this to our customers every single day. We believe in producing quality mattresses in our factory and selling them directly to you, eliminating the middleman markup. You can rest easy knowing that you're getting a hand-built mattress at a real value. Stop by a location near you. We're confident that you'll be able to see and feel the OMF difference for yourself. Learn more at originalmattress.com.
Tampa Bay homeowners are telling us exactly what they want from exterior home contractors, and the results are eye-opening. CMG Tampa conducted an in-depth research study covering everything from exterior painting and windows to gutters, landscaping, siding, and renovations. Find out what builds trust, what drives decisions, and what makes homeowners choose one contractor over another. Email research at theboneonline.com today.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Is on a heater. Denny gets his third victory in a row, and it comes here at Pocono.
Another one for Denny. Vroom, vroom, baby. Welcome back to Senning Show. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. Thanks for tuning in. Helping you get through your Monday. 800-771-1025. You can hit us up on social media at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. And you can watch on YouTube. Shout out to everybody who's watching us live. Flat 6997, Vanessa, Barney Rubble, Ray Decker, Mark, Ron, Margaret. We appreciate you. Watch 1025 The Bone on YouTube. Get in the vroom. We've been putting the bat signal out to this dude. We met him on Saturday. He is in the bourbon community, so I believe he found out about the show through Trey from Liquor Depot. And then, he said that ever since Trey was on, he had been listening. And just through a chain of events, was able to hook him up with some Chris Stapleton tickets last minute at the Joy Bar. Gio, what's up, dog?
John, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? Now, I have to ask you, I have to put you on the spot, first and foremost. So we saw you on Saturday. You said Trey was on. I was listening ever since. And then I repeatedly said, okay, you're going to be listening on Monday, right? We want you to call in.
Yes,
and then when you were on hold, you told me your friends were texting you. Did you already turn on did you already turn on us, or I'm just trying to figure out why you weren't locked in at 1 today. That's all.
I was in a meeting, brother.
All right. I know everybody's got life to live. Now, Gio is a bit of an influencer in the bourbon community. Bearded _ whiskey lover on Instagram, and it was really nice meeting you over the weekend. We had a hell of a time at the Joy Bar.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thank you so much for the tickets. The show was amazing.
Yeah, you had a good it was funny because, I'm just high maintenance, and I kind of, wasn't sure. I was telling you guys, I'm like, they're upper levels. Is that going to be okay? And you and your new best friend, Chase, were like, of course, that's completely fine. And per your videos and stuff, those looked like really good seats, actually. They were not bad at all.
No, it wasn't bad at all. We had a great time. Audio was awesome. It's speechless moment,
It was meant to be. Between me winning the porno out of the claw machine, and you guys going to Chris Stapleton, it was a magical night. And I hope you'll stay riding with us and check us out from time to time.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Now
I'll be tuning every day at 1:00.
All right, sweet. It's 2 now, so you're late.
Yeah.
But so your friend Chase, do you think that is a friendship that is now going to be for life? Did you guys hit it off?
Oh yeah. I told him at the contest, I said, brother, you're invited to my wedding.
Oh, dude, look at that. That is awesome.
Yes.
I'd like to think, not only, did you get to go to Stapleton and we drank a bunch of good bourbon together, but we're bringing people together, and that's all you can really ask for in this life.
Chase just texted me right now.
Is he out there listening somewhere too?
Yeah, he said he's watching on YouTube.
Oh, dude, you love to hear it, man. Well, everybody follow our new buddy Gio, bearded_whiskey lover on Instagram, and we'll definitely stay in contact, man. Hit us up from time to time if you think of it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're the man, Gio. Have a good one. You bet.
Have a good one.
And I was just messaging with Trey. If you missed it at the beginning of the show, there are a few more bottles of that Elijah Craig single barrel pick that has the Senning Show logo on the back with the adoptable dogs. $10 from every bottle going directly to Satchel's Last Resort. You can still get a few of those. There is a few if you go to liquordepottampa.com. So go now before they're all gone. Back to the race. Denny Hamlin entering just an epic. It's so funny. Do you remember when I brought it up to you a few weeks ago when Reddick was winning all those races? Yeah. And Michael Jordan went up behind Denny and grabbed him by the throat and kissed him on the head. So Denny, after the race last night, he shared that picture, and it's the old meme of Michael Jordan where he says, and I took that personally. So it's the picture of Michael Jordan kissing him on the head with his hand around his throat, and he says, and I took that personally.
That's why I love Denny, man.
The guy is on an absolute heater. He is 3 poles back to back to back in three wins. It's going to be tough for Denny Hamlin to not win a championship this year, and can't help but think that it has something to do with this show's support. I'm just going to come right out and say it.
What's the longest streak of wins? Do you know? In NASCAR?
I do.
Is he close to even being?
Not quite, I don't think. Hold on. And I think it's been a minute. Back in the day, I think it used to happen more often. Now it's just tougher.
Is it because back in the day there was let's say
Richard Petty back in the day used to just. But there
was a big drop of the good racers compared to the okay.
So Richard Petty has that record, and it was set in 1967, 10 wins. 10 wins in a row. The next closest is he broke his own record. It was 7 wins, and then before that it is 5. So
and he broke all that was his record each time.
No, Bobby Allison had it before that. So there's something to be said. He just seems to be he to me right now. He feels like he's in that Tom Brady, Michael Jordan type vibe. I think he was. I listened to his podcast every Monday, and he talked about how they got home from the last race, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't get to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning." He's like, "What were you up doing?" He's like, "Well, as soon as I got home, I rewatched the race." He sits down and rewatches the race with all of the information that shows what his car was doing, and what everybody else's car was doing. So. I think the guy is just locked in, and he has one goal in mind, and that's winning a championship, and I'm pulling for him.
I wonder if, not even I wonder, I hope when this is all done, when he retires, they make a 30 for 30, because that last thing of what happened in the last one, his family, and now this,
it really
and the legal stuff. Oh,
it is a wild story that he wanted to win last year for his dad, who was very, very sick. Pretty much in the last 5 laps on a fluke, he lost the championship. Then, tragically, his dad, who was sick, burned alive in a house fire, while simultaneously he's in this huge lawsuit with NASCAR. His team that he part owns is doing great. He looks like he's headed for the championship. So you're absolutely right. By the time it's all said and done, it's gonna make a hell of a documentary.
Yeah.
I did want to, before we go to break, I wanted to touch on this story, and I think we briefly chatted about it on Friday during the joints. And they're calling him everybody's new favorite tourist. There is a guy on social media at Freddie LA7. He's a German soccer fan who has come to America for the first time, and he's documenting all of the different things that he is trying in America. And I don't know if he's talking about the things that he doesn't like, but he's talking a lot about the things that he's loving. And one of them, just had our first Waffle House experience at 1 a.m. Great food, great prices, and friendly staff. 10 out of 10 will be coming back.
Yeah.
He was very excited to go to Buc-ee's. He stocked up on Buc-ee's. He did. I think we even mentioned Chili's on Friday. He watched the Knicks Spurs game at a Chili's while drinking margaritas. So he does seem to be hitting all of the sweet spots in America. If you had somebody coming from another country and you could tell them one thing to do, it doesn't have to be food related, but if you had to tell them like one thing to do, one place to go in the United States of America that could give them an American vibe, what do you think it would be?
Easiest answer.
Oh, really?
So easiest answer. It's the same thing in Canada that is here, but I remember when my aunt in Trinidad, not the one with Jay-Z, she hadn't been to North America, and she was coming, so it was a big deal. And she was staying for like a month. And the one place she loved to go and spent so much money that they actually started giving her more stuff, dollar store.
Oh, really?
She couldn't even grasp the concept of you can
a
go to
dollar
the store
store
and just like everything's basically $1, and we're like, yes.
Oh, damn.
She went there at least 3 times. She spent like $600 there. She got a barrel to send back to Trinidad with just stuff she piled in from the dollar store there.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So he's from, I guess I just don't know if like all of these things he was really trying for the first time because they don't have them in Germany. Because he also took a picture of his haul from Taco Bell and said the Holy Land. So I don't know if they have Taco Bells in Germany. I would have thought so.
I would think so too. I mean, maybe not, obviously, but it's also different items a lot of the time, right?
Yeah, and he did. And when you think of like capturing America, and I hate this because I don't like that it's like such a corporate thing.
Yeah.
But I understand why he experienced it. He really shared his experience and his love with going to Walmart.
I get that.
He couldn't comprehend all of the different things that were there. So I don't know what the stores are like in Germany, but he loved that he could go buy socks and food and everything that he needed in one place, being a giant Walmart.
I believe that. I mean, honestly, also some stuff over in the other countries, like the fast food places, are better than the ones here.
And that's kind of what I had thought, and especially over the years, I think there's kind of been this like other countries clown on America for a bunch of different reasons. One of the things that clearly they don't have in Germany because it blew his freaking mind was he went to Wendy's and they had the Coca-Cola freestyle machine.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was like 100 drink combinations. What am I supposed to do with all of this?
Too many choices.
I'm completely overwhelmed. So it's definitely giving America some good run. There's a couple other people that are doing similar things, and there's a lady influencer. I don't know if she's from Germany, but she's been posting almost nonstop about ranch dressing and how wherever she's from, they don't have any ranch dressing. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to go back to
Sweden, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to go back to life without ranch dressing. So these little things we take for granted here in our homeland that other people, when they get a taste, they really like.
Yeah, just the grocery walking down, seeing a whole aisle dedicated to Oreos, basically. Like, what the hell are these guys doing over here?
Well, you brought it up on Friday, and I think it was a good one. And I don't know if this person has been to any of these. Is like a proper over-the-top buffet.
Yeah.
Like a Golden Corral. I don't know, like a Shoney's used to have a big-ass buffet. If you could make it to a Sweet Tomatoes, that'd be a good choice as well. But that, to me, kind of feels like ultimate America. Especially when you think like fat Americans, and they'd probably be like, oh, my God, this is too much. This is too much food.
State fairs. Taking them to a state fair, they're like, what is this? Like,
fair
obviously they know what fairs are, but like the food we serve compared to anything there, they're like, yeah, I get why you guys are all obese.
One of the other interesting things was that he's listening to the radio, and he said that they discovered Ella Langley. They said one of the best discoveries of our trip is every radio station is playing Ella Langley. It's all we've been listening to while we're here. So he's finding some good old-fashioned country music on his trip as well.
Just when I thought I got him to fall in love with Tennessee.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, John and Dizzy. How about one thing they will never experience is a black family reunion. It's insane.
Well, you'd have to be invited. That's a tougher because I would imagine that's invite only. I mean, especially, and that's a coveted invite. I mean, it's almost a saying now, like you're invited to the barbecue. So I just don't know that he's going to be able to walk up to one, but that would definitely be a different.
Well, if he shows up to a park one day and there's a big old reunion going on, he's going to experience it.
He getting jumped.
Yeah, that is Germany. No, we don't play that.
Also, I can tell you've never been to one because you said invited to the barbecue.
Yeah.
It's the cookout.
Yeah. Oh, it is the cookout. Oh, yeah, the cookout.
Like us common folk.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine. Clearly, I thought I was doing pretty good. Speaking of cookout, they have not budged on that building in 4th Street. I drive by it every day, just hoping to see that building look like some semblance of a cookout, which is a very cool fast food spot. It's a slow process, clearly, because they're not doing it.
Yeah, because you and Drew both had it.
It's trust me.
Yeah,
I feel confident. I feel confident saying that when it is here and you experience it, you will have a high level appreciation for it. And it's also when you talk of places that would like blow somebody's mind from another country, not just because it's coming to 4th Street, but the variety. It's almost it's very southern. Like the idea is they really want it to be and feel like you're at a cookout and you can just get all of these different things. Like you can get corn nuggets and quesadillas and chicken fingers like as your side with your burger. It's just they got shakes and it's very, very cheap. Very America. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, so it was interesting. So Friday night we were out at the World Cup watch party. Danielle went to a concert and we had Danielle's friend was staying at the house with Brody. And when I walked in the house, when I got there, I said, what have you been watching? She goes, I just watched this freaking documentary on Netflix about this pregnant woman who like wasn't really pregnant or something. She just kind of threw it out there. And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting. And then I saw you on Saturday and you were like, damn, I actually got here a little later than I wanted to because I got sucked into watching this documentary on Netflix. I don't know what I thought this documentary was about. And the other thing is a lot of these true crime stories have been told a million times on podcasts. Yeah. And by the time it makes it to Netflix, I've heard of it. I had never heard this story before. It is shocking, almost doesn't do it justice when it comes to the insanity of this person. I'd like to say we're going to try to stay spoiler free, but it's going to be hard to do. On Mondays at around 2:30, we'll be doing What You Watching with Gordy. He's out of town today, but we are going to do an impromptu What You Watching and talk a little bit about this documentary that just dropped on Netflix that is hard to wrap your head around the insanity of this individual. We'll tell you what it is and give you some of the details when we come back on more Senning Show. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. I'm keeping the Ella going. I'm keeping her going. Hawkins Home Service Co. You know, if you're a homeowner, the stress is real. On a whim, something breaks and you need to know who to call. God forbid you go through a period of time where you got to figure out what to do with the HVAC and any of the others, whether it be plumbing, pool repair, electrical work. But when you go with Hawkins, one trusted source under one roof, and that's all you really need. They have guarantees that they stand by. They have technicians that have gotten rigorous background checks. You can trust these folks in your house. You'll get a little text message with a QR code giving you the details of the person that's coming to do work in your home. If it's your first time using them and you're a Bone listener, make sure you let them know. 10% off right there just for listening to The Bone, and you can book online, so go ahead and do it now. HawkinsServiceCO.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
It hurts so bad. She knows being rich is just a state of mind.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí.
Can I just say, you're my favorite player ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Are you dealing with bad feet all day? The Good Feet store wants to help you get back to living in comfort. Schedule your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Hey, it's JP. Look, I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day. It's awful. Do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on the bone. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Did you know 57% of Tampa Bay homeowners plan HVAC repairs, maintenance, or replacement work in the next 2 years? CMG Tampa just completed a comprehensive custom research study on HVAC consumer behaviors, buying habits, and decision-making. We uncovered what homeowners value most, what builds trust, and what makes them choose one HVAC company over another. Want a free analysis of the results for your business? Email research at theboneonline.com today.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader, preparing thousands of people to further their career as a licensed contractor. Check out the Camtech Seminar, Wednesday, 7 p.m. at Tampa Renaissance, Jim Walter Boulevard. Get licensed, get legal, get CamTechSchool.com.
Cox Heating and Air is hiring experienced residential and commercial HVAC technicians and duct mechanics. If you've got at least 5 years of experience and want great pay, paid vacation, holidays, and a strong team environment, we want to hear from you. Sign-on bonus available. Apply now at CoxAir.com.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left? I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped. Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Meet up with John Senning Saturday, June 20th at Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Markets on Sheldon Road in Limebaugh in West Chase. Come out and register for a brand new Traeger grill and a $100 Wild Fork gift card. Plus, you can register for the $10,000 outdoor grill package.
Injured? It's your case. Own it. Call Farah & Farah.
Tampa. Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. On a Monday, we're trying to make it feel a little less like a Monday. It might be working.
Screen door cracked, ball game on. Man on the porch singing baritone.
I saw today they said that it, depending on where you are in the Tampa Bay area, feel like temperature of 109 degrees.
Oh.
800-771-1025. You can hit us up on social media at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. Dude, I wrote myself a note because I forgot to bring it up earlier. And I will say, I was sweating my balls off on Friday night. It was toasty. And it was so weird. Everybody said the same thing. When we got there, it felt like there was a breeze, and I was like, oh my God, it's not as warm. And everybody said the same thing. It got hotter as the night went on for some strange reason. I don't know if the breeze died down or what, but as the sun was setting, beautiful breeze, and then it all just got stagnant, and I was, everybody was soaking up a wet, hot American night, to say the least.
Do you think it was just because of everyone there?
Maybe. And I was also there? As soon as I started moving around, it was like game over.
Yeah.
I was leaking.
I do remember also at that thing. Did I tell you that some guy was stuck in the bathroom?
Oh
in the
my
VIP?
God, yes, that dude. I didn't know you had a video. I saw the video somewhere on your social over the weekend. So take me through it. You're just standing there and someone's fighting for their life to get out of the bathroom?
I'm at the VIP bathroom, and my cousin's calling me, so I'm trying to talk to him, and I was like, I got to go to this bathroom, and this guy is just waiting forever. And I'm like, what is taking this guy so long? And then I go, do you hear that? And it's the guy screaming in there. And I go, oh my God, he's stuck. He goes, that's my boy. And he starts like trying to like slam against the door.
Trying to like bust the door open?
Yeah, and he's like, get some help. And he asks this other lady to get some help, and he calls his boy, and the guy's like, I can't get out. So we start trying to like throw our shoulders into the door. And then I go, that's not budging. I go, is it locked? And he goes, hey man, is the door locked in there? And then you just hear, click. He opens it. And I'm like, how drunk were you?
Yeah,
You didn't know the door was
that's what I was
locked.
going to say. Is can that just be a good, strong buzz that will have you not realizing that you're pushing the door the wrong way and or just dealing with a locked door?
I imagine, because I think it's just, I didn't get to go in there because I had to go get my cousin. I think it's just one bathroom, so I imagine he was doing a number.
He had spent some time. He had spent some time in there.
He forgot probably. Yeah. But the parking lot, we took that photo. I posted the photo of you with the caption. If you could use one emoji to describe this guy, what would you do?
Yeah, I saw that. And you want to know what's funny is I wouldn't have thought that in that photo I was making whatever face it is that you all say that I make. But then when you showed the zoom in, photo, like I see it.
Yes.
I'd like to be able to go, though that's just my face. But when I saw the photo and the zoom in of my face on that group picture, I could tell that I was making some sort of face with my face. How were the responses on that?
Pretty funny responses. Okay, someone put like a sexy Squidward face.
Okay,
and I had some emojis.
Okay,
why don't you check the story on IG
on the Bone
story of what my top comment was, what the goated comment was.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna like that.
You're not. Yeah. You're not.
I
know. I was like, no way you did that.
I have been nothing but kind. I still have deep sadness in my heart because we can't do anything with our dear friend Danielle, Radio Danielle. You might remember One for the Ladies every Friday at 2:00. Hit me with the clown emoji.
She brought it back.
Wow.
That was...
Wow, that one.
It made me audibly laugh out loud.
That one really, really...
I was like, damn.
I hope she's out there right now knowing how badly that one hurts me.
Yeah, that was...
Any other pricks? Any ones that you thought were too mean that you wouldn't want to share with me?
No, they were all just different emojis. There was one that, like... One had, like... I think he was trying to say you looked like you pooped your pants because it was like a poop emoji.
Okay, I can see that.
Stuff,
It's just... I did get called out... I was doing a lot of things over the weekend, which meant I was taking a lot of pictures, and I was called out on at least 3 separate occasions about like not smiling and making weird faces.
Yeah.
And I just have a face that is my face when I'm getting my photo taken. Like
it's like almost like you do the blue. Is it the blue steel?
Yeah, it is a little bit of blue steel. It is a little bit of blue steel. Yeah,
it's the eyebrows too, and you're like yeah.
I'm always figuring out like which way to tilt my head and which way to like because sometimes I feel like I look different in different pictures.
Have you watched Workaholics, right?
Yeah.
Adam Devine's character used to have a thing where he's talking to the girls where he'd make his eyebrows go up. He goes like, "What's up?"
Yeah, it's a little
That's
bit.
what you
it's
do.
a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It is a little bit of what's up energy. You're not wrong. I did want to mention as well, for those that were listening on Friday and have heard the relationship with Pete, Mayor Pete, as I like to call him. So he ran for mayor years ago, and ultimately it was Ken Welch, our current actual mayor, that won that race. And when we had Pete in on Friday, I made my fair share of jokes about Ken Welch not being the real mayor and Mayor Pete is the real mayor, and we're just having fun. Well, I'm with Mayor Pete, and he goes, "Hey, I want to introduce you to somebody." And we start walking over to this little private area at Al Lang, and there I am being introduced to the real mayor, Ken Welch. And I don't know what their relationship is like, and I don't know what Ken Welch is like. Can he take a joke? Can he not? Immediately, he goes, "Hey, this is John Senning. He's on the Bone. He said very nice things about me." Like, that's what Pete was saying to Ken.
Yeah.
And he immediately goes, "Yeah, this guy all day on the radio was saying that you're not the real mayor and that I'm the mayor." He then throws me under the bus to the mayor, which I'm kind of like, just making jokes. And Ken Welch, he played along so well, and he had such a beautiful political answer because he goes, "Well, that's fine by me because this office belongs to, not just one man. It belongs to all of us."
It's the people's office, John.
It is the people's office. So shout out to the real mayor, Ken Welch. He was a very, very sweet guy, even knowing that I had been busting his balls all day long.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
He did have this was an interesting thing, and I don't know if the video's out there anywhere. We were, I want to say we started talking about the Rays. Like, Pete immediately started talking about the Rays with him, and they were
With the mayor?
Yeah, with the mayor about the Rays and what's going on. And the mayor had a person. Not that I felt like it was like a deep private conversation, but I was interested in what they were saying. And then like the mayor had a person with him that I think was like a social media person or like his handler, and she ended up like poking into what I thought was a private conversation and started like taking video of the conversation.
Oh.
And I just wondered if that footage was ever going to find its way out.
Yeah.
I don't know where it would or why it would, but she was clearly capturing every moment.
She's going to see on Reels now.
Yeah, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we have to, at least for a moment, what is your read on trying to be spoiler free by having this? Because you almost can't talk about this documentary without giving spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, I think you already know when you start watching the documentary, it's going in a crazy direction. And they kind of so the first 5 minutes for me it took a while to get going.
It did.
With the backstory.
And I want to play and this was actually in the preview, and it's called Maternal Instincts.
Yeah.
Or Maternal Instinct, a new documentary that I think came out on Thursday or Friday last week on Netflix. And Netflix seems to be doing a really good job at picking these stories for their documentaries that are just insane. I think the last one we really cared about that we spent a lot of time talking about was The Crash, where the girl killed her friends in the car accident, and now she's in prison for quite some time. This one, I knew it was going to be weird. I guess I just didn't know that it was going to get so bad. I knew that there was something here that we didn't quite understand. I just didn't know that it would be as horrific as it ended up being. And I think so. This is a clip from the trailer, and the documentary kind of starts with, I think it actually does start immediately with this woman she's calling 911, and she has had her baby while she's driving, as far as you know.
Yeah.
911, what's your emergency?
I need an ambulance because I started having my baby.
She's carrying the baby in her lap.
Does it look like she had a baby?
It doesn't.
No.
She just, no.
I don't know what everybody wants me to talk about.
Where'd this baby come from?
It's mine.
Can't be.
I don't know. I mean, there are psychos that have been covered in a million different ways that are serial killers and just bad people. Something about the way that this woman, her name's Taylor Parker, was kind of living a life that was so seemingly normal while perpetrating a lie that the average person, I don't think, can really wrap their head around. Like, it's one of these things that you watch and you go, how? Like, how does this even happen? And she tries to convince her boyfriend and his family and all of the people around them that she is pregnant. And almost immediately, his family feels like she's lying. She's not. There's a million different reasons why they think that she's lying about actually being pregnant. This psycho, for lack of a better phrase, I think she ended up buying. Did she buy the fake belly? She bought a fake pregnancy belly on off of Amazon or something.
Only because people were saying she wasn't showing. She's like, oh, damn, how am I going to cover that up? But even before that, she just had this whole fake life she kind of invented with her mom and money and inheritance.
She was running all of these different fake social media accounts for people that were connected to her. She had her, were they married? They weren't married. Married, were they? The boyfriend or whoever was the daddy?
Not married, no.
Got him and everybody convinced that she's coming into these millions of dollars. You know the thing that they didn't ever really explain? Because, spoiler alert, it was all fake. She was lying. How did they buy all that new stuff? How did they buy all that new stuff if there was never any money? Because remember, they've got the new truck and they were always buying these new things. They never explained how they did all that if the money was all a lie.
Well, I think it was just under his name, and they all just started getting repossessed. That was the idea. Like he made decent money, but not. He was like a rodeo.
He did something with wild hogs, like they captured hogs and then delivered them to.
Was that
certain
just
places.
it? Because I thought they met at a rodeo he was working at.
Yeah, he seemed to just do a lot of farm type stuff.
Yeah.
He was a good old boy, a farmer, and I know that he was dabbling in capturing wild hogs and selling them in all sorts of livestock type stuff. But as this documentary goes on, you realize that she has like abandoned her original life and friend group for a bunch of different reasons. But her friends and the people around her know she can't have a baby. She medically cannot have a baby, and they start seeing online that she is living this whole life where she's talking about how she's going to have a baby. They got a name for the baby.
Yeah.
They did a
terrible name, by the way.
What was it? Carlisle?
No, it was a boy name first. It was not Cletus. It was something with a C first.
It was, and
right?
then they tweaked it. But they went through all of they go through all of the actions that you would if you were having a baby. And man, I'm hesitant to get to say what exactly happens, but I also feel like we've come this far.
Yeah, we did. Well, so
spoiler alert. I'll just say that she becomes at some point she becomes a photographer.
Yeah.
This lady who is faking her pregnancy becomes a wedding photographer, and she gets acquainted with this woman who is the bride. And this girl kind of brings her in as a friend. Like
she's good at manipulating people.
Yeah, she was the photographer for this wedding, and they ended up kind of making her a friend. Like she was in all these different pictures. And it gets to be time where this woman is supposed to be having a baby. Spoiler alert: she can't have a baby. So, like the guy, the boyfriend. He's the dumbest of them all. Like
moron.
Why his whole family and everybody around him is saying she's not pregnant. This is a lie. He's the only person who's willing to believe it. And then the part that may be the most shocking of all, her due date comes and goes.
Yep.
She ends up being like 10 months plus pregnant.
Yep.
It was well beyond when she was supposed to have this baby. And
she apparently wouldn't even let him obviously see her naked or anything. And I don't know how you're having your first baby and you never got to see the stomach or put your hand up to it.
Something like that. And she was posting those crazy videos of her stomach moving. And there were people that said they put her hand on her belly and they felt something moving. So they never explained how she was doing all of that. And it's interesting because Gia said in the chat, I can't see anything about stealing babies. This thing, especially the end, really bothered me. It was very bad. It is not for everybody. I would imagine a lot of people wouldn't be able to make it all the way through this documentary. It gets horrific.
I didn't even know it was going to go that way because the whole time when she said, I'm going to come back with a baby and surprise all y'all, I thought what the hospital thought. Put it under alert. She's going to steal a baby out of the incubator or something.
And that's what's crazy is that everybody seemed to know in and around her that she was going to do something to try and come up with a baby.
Yeah.
That like Diz just alluded to, they had the hospitals almost on lookout, saying, "Hey, this lady might show up with a baby, or might try to come in and steal a baby." And
and that was another thing. The hospital knew that did the procedure on her, but because they couldn't say anything when people reached out to we wanted to tell them
because she had a hysterectomy, but because of HIPAA laws, nobody could ever tell them anything. And so it gets to be and she did all these crazy things. Like one day they're supposed to go have her induced for labor, and they wake up and their house is on fire. So the boyfriend has to deal with the house being on fire, and he's like, all right, let's go. Today's the day you're going to have your baby. She goes, well, you won't believe this. Somebody called a bomb threat into the dedication to the lie that this lady had to have. Like, psychopath doesn't even really do it justice. The insanity that this lady was experiencing.
And it was that small town. They're just a bunch of idiots. Because even the real estate people, when they were doing the lawyer stuff, her lawyer's name was like
Lawington.
Yeah,
it was like Bill Lawington.
Yeah, what the hell?
She had fake accountants. She had fake lawyers. She had fake mom. She had all of these different things. And when it starts getting into how she got the baby, it's horrific. She took the lady who wedding that she was the photographer for. She befriended her, and she was very, very pregnant.
Yeah.
And she took that lady's baby.
And she was like asking her to like, oh, share your stuff about me and your pregnancy and like your due dates and all that. And the girl's like, she's getting kind of weird.
Yeah, and she went and performed an operation on this woman and took her baby from her, and then calls 911 saying, I had my baby on the way to the hospital. And it didn't take them very long to realize exactly what had happened. It is even me telling you everything, if you're into true crime documentaries and stuff like that, still give it a watch because it's one of the most shocking stories I think I've ever heard told.
The hardest part for me to hear was
I know what you're going to say.
What is it?
Is the 911 call? When the mom showed up there?
Yes, that was hard, but it was when the dad had to step over her body, go to the room and find the daughter, and she like had the blankets over and then noticed it was him, and she hugged him.
Yeah.
And then later when she said, did I imagine my mom?
Yeah.
Was she just an imaginary person? Like, no, she loved you. She existed. She couldn't really hold on to the memories because she was so young.
Yeah, it is. But there's a 911 call in there that will get you, and it just not that you need a documentary like that to tell you this, but that podcast that I listened to, Sword and Scale, their whole intro is like, the show, we shine a light on the fact that the worst monsters are real, and this was like a lady who. She was over having Starbucks with this girl the night before. She killed her and took her baby. Like the level of psychosis in this woman is really kind of like not like anything I've ever seen before. And I mean, she couldn't give up the lie once they knew it was a fact that she didn't have a baby. Like she was so dedicated to the lie. It is it's a watch. It's one of those things that feels weird to recommend that you watch it.
Yeah.
But if that's stuff that you're into, definitely give it a peek.
But you said it best. That guy was a moron, bro.
He really was, and maybe he was just too country. He just couldn't wrap his head around somebody being that evil or whatever it was. But the whole time, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing here?
I think it's mostly because he outkicked his coverage with her as looks wise. So to him, he's like, well, why am I going to let this go? I'm not getting someone as pretty as this.
Well, in the beginning, it's like she would do anything I asked her to. Yeah. Like she would. And did you want to know who was my favorite? Is his buddy. His friend. I wish that guy just did the whole show.
Yes.
Like he was like, you dumb son of a bitch. Yeah. What do you do, man? Like he just saw it for what it was. And I wish there would have been, there's a lot of him, but I wish there would have been more of him in the documentary. So what you watching today is The Maternal Instinct on Netflix. And it is not for the faint of heart, but if that's the kind of stuff you're into, it will take you on a hell of a ride. And I shed a couple tears at the end. It's one of those things you just like put your head down and you go, how is this possible?
Insane. I've known people that are crazy, like close to that level. Like a girl my cousin dated in Canada, she would make like fake Facebook things and try to hit on him and do all these crazy things. And then she pretended she was pregnant and printed out some fake pregnancy thing as well. And she was like, I'm 4 months.
Well, that was the thing. Her craziness went all the way back to high school because they're interviewing her high school friends. And she said she would ask her friends for naked pictures of them, telling them that she was catfishing guys online and she needed pictures because she couldn't send the pictures of her actual body.
And my favorite person that was telling that is one of the friends who was like, that's never going to work. Because she was black. Yeah. She was black. Like, what are you doing?
What are you going to do if this person wants to meet up with you?
Yeah.
What you watching? It's a heavy watch this week. But Gordy will be back with us next Monday. And do not go anywhere. When we come back, It's time to fire up John's Joints. Lots of things going on around the world that we'll touch on. And I want to present Drew with a karaoke situation. He is, obviously very into karaoke. I have some observations about a KJ that I interacted with over the weekend. We'll do that and the real news as well with Drew Garabo. Coming up next in John's Joints. Keep it locked right here to 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the FIFA World Cup, presents the USA Soccer Watch Party Series. The biggest World Cup watch parties in Tampa Bay. Watch the games on a 20-foot big screen. Enjoy $5 Michelob Ultras and experience the World Cup atmosphere with pipe and drums, CO2 cannons, and more. Come together, cheer loud, and rep the red, white, and blue. USA takes on Australia on Friday, June 19th at 3 p.m. at Janus Live. And don't miss USA versus Turkey on Thursday, June 25th at 10 p.m. at Ferg's Sports Bar. Win World Cup tickets from Michelob Ultra at Janus Live and tons of World Cup giveaways at Ferg's. Tickets for all events are only $10 and on sale now. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. The USA Soccer Watch Party Series from Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the FIFA World Cup at 102.5 The Bone.
At Farah & Farah, our power comes from lawyers who believe in your case. Tampa.
If your heating or cooling system is on the fritz, call me, Bob from Badger Bob Services. We've got over 100 technicians on the road ready to help. From leaky sinks, busted fridge, and water heaters to even hanging a chandelier, Badger Bob's does it all. Proudly serving Tampa and the Sun Coast. Go to BadgerBobs.com and give us a call. Badger Bob's. Funny name, but we're serious about service. It's who we are. BadgerBobs.com.
License CSC 1815977, CFC 1428238, and EC 1300924.
Attention Tampa Bay roofing companies. CMG Tampa just completed an in-depth homeowner research study focused on roofing behaviors, buying habits, and decision-making. We discovered what homeowners trust most, what makes them choose one roofer over another, and what concerns stop them from moving forward. Want a free analysis of the results before your competitors get it? Email research at theboneonline.com today.
Attention HVAC pros, ready for your next opportunity? Cox Heating and Air is looking for experienced service technicians and duct mechanics to join the team. Great benefits, paid vacation, holidays, and a sign-on bonus. Bring your experience where it matters. Apply today at coxair.com.
John Senning here. Look, I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. And Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on 102.5 The Bone. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Just call MOE.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Prestige Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-288-2202. 813-288-2202. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 813-288-2202.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in the Tampa area without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in the Tampa area for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FREE to 64,000. The Tampa area is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in the Tampa area and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FREE to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FREE to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FREE to 64,000.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This hour of Senning Show sponsored by Trajan Wealth. Retirement planning built on trust.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Joint with your host, John Senning.
In come the thing called, I'm the original weed man. Play by the ragamuffin, cashed out back. Now right now we just crush it in our hand. And that's why you have to understand.
Welcome back to Senning Show. It is that time. We're lighting up John's Joints every afternoon at right around 3 o'clock. The news of the day, the nuggets of life. We roll them up tight, pass them around, and soak in the vibes. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy, and that man over there, you might know him as the host of Drew Garabo Live. You may know him as the man who has gotten his co-host, a cat named Mo, at least 2, if not 3 times with legendary D's Nuts jokes in the last 7 days. He is Drew Garabo.
Today's a new day for opportunity, John.
I feel like somebody over the weekend gave me a setup for a D's Nuts joke, and I'm kind of
like that.
Yeah, it was. There almost needs to be a new generation of setups. Like we've the OGs, the Wendy's, the Hardys, the Ligmas, the Imagine Dragons, all of those. Like maybe if you're new to the game, you think you can still do it, but for anybody who knows, those aren't gonna work. Albanese.
That was a great one. By the way, I heard you guys were really rude to a buddy of mine who tried to give you some documentation on his passion against Christianity and Jared Fogle. What's up with that?
Yeah. No, I have the hard drive that I'm looking to. So he told me to give that directly. Dude, I wish you could have seen the look on my face when we're with Rich, and he goes, "If you need to, please contact Rich Clemens. He can vouch for me." And I felt for a moment that I was being punked. Like, right. I thought like this was something that Rich set up and they were just messing with me. And sadly, no. And I said, let me call him. I call him. His phone just loud as can be, ringing right in his pocket, 6 inches away from this dude.
I would say maybe Rich Clemens looked different like when this dude knew him, but I think Rich is the kind of guy who looks right now like he did at 12, and at 72 he's going to look just like he does right now.
You're not wrong. He has looked the same forever. But the guy did. Like, he did know him in some form or fashion at some point. So, needless to say, spread the word. In 2015, subliminal messaging inside the Subway commercial.
So that's his thing, is that if you pause the Subway commercial, there's a cross or something?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to go through volumes and volumes
No,
of.
there's not. All you
All
have
right.
to do is look at one.
All
This
right.
was like there, but not there. All right. Like that was somewhere like in the screen, but not really in the screen.
Looks legit.
Yeah, that was he had the DVR that he stopped and made sure to photograph. So
Don't ask questions about the slumber party, though.
yeah, just a couple felonies, misunderstanding. Everybody knows it. John's Joints brought to you by Furman Ford. America is turning 250, and Furman Ford is celebrating with serious American value now through July 6th. You pay what a Ford employee pays on select new 2025 and 2026 Ford trucks and SUVs. They have over 250 in stock for you to choose from, and they do business the right way. No addendums, no forced add-ons, and no surprises. If you need service, you can't make it in. Furman Ford's mobile dealership will come right to your home, your office, or anywhere. Oil changes, tire rotations, batteries, certified techs right at your doorstep. Check them out. The big, beautiful showroom on US 19 in Clearwater or at FurmanFord.com. Go see Bob Murray and the crew and let them know that John Senning sent you. I've got a karaoke etiquette question. Diz is in the game now too, so
Yeah.
I'd be curious to
Thunder
know.
Bay? Yeah.
I'd be curious to know if this would catch you some sort of way. I'm
right.
not going to say the place because I go there a lot. And
All right.
I'm not looking to start a fight.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to have a larger conversation about what's right and what's wrong with the KJ.
Very good.
So I walk into this establishment and immediately I think there's a DJ because there's he plays 3 songs. Like, I'm just like, okay, there's a DJ and he's playing decent. He played the Beach Boys and he played a few songs. And I'm like, okay, here's a DJ. Interesting. And then I know that he starts singing and I'm like, okay, this must be karaoke. This must be karaoke. And there's nobody to sing yet. What a perfect thing. I got an open sign up sheet.
Yeah.
So I go up there. It took me a minute to think about what I was going to sing. And then it was one of those two where you had to put in 3 options. So it took me an even longer time to figure out my 3 options. But so I go up there to put my name in. There's 8 people in front of me. So it could be a 1-part question is, should the KJ ever sing when you have people waiting to sing would be the first part of the question.
No. Short answer, no. Long answer, no.
But they do.
Right. The type of person who becomes a KJ only to hear their own voice and to work on their own singing ability is the kind of KJ that's going to put themselves in the rotation.
Yeah, and he did that. But it wasn't even just that. It was he would do songs and he would play many songs. So as I sat there and I was just being impatient because ultimately I wanted to sing, I guess I was explained it away as maybe for a vibes of the room, if everybody there is not there to sing and you don't want to just have bad singers or amateur singers all night, you pepper in some real music so that you can set the vibe a little bit. But the gaps in between the singers usually included 2 or 3 songs and a song by the KJ.
You do that when you don't have enough singers. You only got 2 or 3 in the rotation.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
That was my thought. Exactly.
You said 8 people waiting.
I think there was 8. Some of them did fall out, but there was 8 people ahead. And
poor form.
There were some interesting singers at this place.
What if it's a palate cleanser? Because in a sense, John and all these people are going to do country. He goes, well, I want to mix it out. I got to put some pop in there and everything. Does that count?
You could put on a song or 2, yeah.
But not singing along.
I don't like when KJs sing when there's a line of people.
Well, and he not only did that, he did somewhere in there as well. He did a duet with somebody who was also there.
Yeah, I was talking a while ago about that double-decker place in Ybor.
Oh, yeah.
And that dude will flat out let the bartenders do 3 songs in a row. He'll do it with a line of 20 people waiting.
The double-decker, from what I remember, we used to do karaoke there from time to time. You better dedicate your whole night to being there if you want to do a song.
Yes.
It's not the type of place where you go and you're like, I'm going to get a couple in. You go and you spend the whole night there, and if you're lucky, you get one song. And I do like it because it's a big stage that's kind of over the whole bar. You ever sang karaoke there? Double-decker in Ybor?
No. It's fun.
I think they do it every day.
It's
like a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
The setup and everything is really cool. But yeah, he sings. Other people, I think that guy just enjoys the power of being the of the KJ.
And the same where you were. It's not like Thunder Bay because Thunder Bay, they're all about getting singers on.
Have you been there too?
Oh, yeah.
That used to be his spot.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that the place that you guys went sort of recently?
Yeah.
Was the lady with the bird?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. That was Tampa Tap Room. But Thunder Bay, the DJ's a big Duran Duran fan, and DJ Rio, and we sang, and this real old Western dude, straight out of a movie, came up after Humpty Dance. He's like, Man, I really enjoyed that song.
Yeah.
It's
there all the time.
Dude, that old dude?
Yeah.
Like a cowboy look.
Cowboy hat, the boots,
Dude,
the whole thing.
he was
the
so
buckle.
complimentary.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I didn't think you'd vibe with that.
Yeah, there was a dude that performed up there. I almost wanted to send you the video, but it was he was doing it was like a cure. I'd heard it. It was from that genre.
Yeah.
But like they brought the mic to him like at the bar, and I don't know if he like couldn't move well or whatever, but he was like a very sedentary type guy doing like the most depressing song you've ever heard in your life. But I realized how much I enjoyed like going there wasn't a bunch of people there. I didn't know a single person there. I felt like it was a place where I had to wait forever because, of all his songs. But it was nice. I felt like I could really hone my craft and, do some songs, do a little bit of testing and find out what's ready for the crowd one day.
Did you give him a little wagon wheel?
No, I did. I was on I'm trying to find out the Zach Bryan song that I want to be my karaoke song.
Okay.
So I just did a couple Zach Bryan songs, and I think I honed in on it.
Which one?
Nine Ball by Zach Bryan. I had a pretty good time, and
a pool.
I felt pretty, playing a little,
little 9 ball.
Exactly,
That's
which I thought, depending on the establishment that you are singing, people would appreciate it.
Yeah.
I didn't really get the pop I was looking for from the crowd, but that's fine. It's not always gonna be that way.
No, man.
You said, I was texting with you earlier. You said that you watched some of the fights last night.
I did.
In front of the White House.
Yeah.
As somebody who does not watch tons of UFC, just from the spectacle of it, did you watch it from when Trump did the walkout and all that?
No, we caught 2 fights. We tuned in right before, the Brazilian guy, Rufy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He fought. I think he fought Sean O'Malley, right?
No.
Sugar Sean, the dude with the crazy hair.
No, he fought some dude with a shorter last name, and we I had to watch it for the spectacle. Like it looked so interesting.
He fought Michael Chandler.
That's it.
That's got to be a lot of people saying Michael Chandler needs to retire after that.
He's old.
He came in. The whole deal when he came on with the UFC was that he was supposed to fight Conor McGregor, and then that fight never came to fruition. So he's been taking all these fights to kind of just get him to the Conor McGregor fight, and he's been losing them all. The last time he won was 2022, and I think the wink, wink, nod, nod was that if he won this fight and Conor wins his return fight, they would finally get to do it. But I think that's probably the end of the road for Michael Chandler, I would imagine.
I felt so bad for that guy.
That was one of those knockouts where it like happens in slow motion. Like he was just slowly beat down time and time again. And there was the fights were great because none of them were like instantaneous knockouts. There was enough back and forth, but I don't think anything went to the judges. It was all knockouts all night long, which I think for the casual fan is probably what you're looking for. But I touched on it earlier, and I don't know if you saw this part with the main event, Justin Gaethje, because all of the guys that walked out of the White House, they came from different parts of the White House. So Justin Gaethje, when the camera came up to him, he's got his back to the camera. He's wearing like a cape, an American flag as a cape, and he's staring up at the Declaration of Independence in the Oval Office. And then they like back up, and he walks from the Oval Office out to the octagon. It was a spectacle. It certainly was. It was very, very America, and outside of the guy saying that Michelle Obama is a man, I think that it was pretty clear of political controversy.
Yeah, and I feel like that casts just a little touch of negativity on the whole thing.
It does.
It could have been something for everyone, like even people like Sarah, she's a lib. Even she was taken in by the spectacle of all, like, is this really happening at our White House?
I think it gives an opportunity for the people to go, of course, you know what I mean? Like, I told you so. This is what they were going to do. Like, I knew this is what they were going to do. And look at that's exactly what they did. But outside of that, I thought it was fairly apolitical. The long walkout for Trump was, it was a little long, and he looked like it was a little long for him as well. But overall, it was a cool thing to see it. And Dana White came out immediately and said, "Never again." I don't know if you saw, he said it cost too much damn money, and he said we did the Sphere once, we did this once, and never ever again. The weather.
What's that thing called? The claw.
The claw. Which I guess they had to have built in another country. And then they had to bring it to Philly to be actually put together, and then they had to bring it on the highway in one piece up through up to DC. So the weather.
Speaking of the claw, you pop your DVD open?
Oh, I did, dude. I don't have a DVD player. Dude, I was looking. I was so
You got
sad.
that Xbox?
Dude, it doesn't. It takes no disc.
Really?
There's no.
There's no disc.
Oh, yours it's only digital.
Yeah.
That one, okay.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I got home. I got home quickly. I wanted to put that bad boy in and fire it up. And
sleepover.
I got no play.
Tent party.
Yeah. Tony Pistol, starring Tony Pistol.
When you said it was one of the greatest accomplishments of your entire life,
It was pretty awesome.
I mean, it was well, because when you go into a claw machine, you just kind of feel like the deck is stacked against you.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when there's just one DVD and a big pile of stuffed animals, and you go, I put in a $5 going, I'm willing to spend $5 on this, and I still don't think I'm going to get it. And it was so funny because Stutzman was there with us, and I dropped it down and won it on the first try, which I could not believe. So then there was one other buried porno and some sort of, what was the other thing?
It's like a boob something.
It was, I don't know if it was a sex toy or just some sort of weird sex object, but there was two other weird things in there. And I told Stutz, I said, you go and try to win something else in there. And just saying, he didn't have the touch. That's all there is.
What made it amazing is when you put the $5 in, I turned around and go, he's not going to get anything. And then the screams that built during it was like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it really was. It was just the hype and the lack of belief that it was possible that made it so special in the moment.
Did you get that like dangly, like, it's not going to make it to the shoe?
Well, the thing is, too, is I guess just to make sure that it's possible, they put a rubber band like around the case. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's like kind of teetering like this, and of course you think it's going to fall, and the fact it made it right to that hole, and I have not got a chance to fire up the sleepover quite yet, but I might have to go buy a DVD player on Amazon ASAP. And it was funny because I text Danielle and I said like, "Hey, look at what I got. Look at this." And she never responded.
No thumbs up, no nothing.
No, well, when I got home with it, she was like, "What the hell happened? What is this?" And I said, "If you only knew what a special moment it was to finally get this."
Just got to let you have your time in the sun.
So I don't know if this is going to be a big. When news breaks, you never know. Is this just the thing that's happening in the moment, or is this going to be the next big thing? But it did happen a short time ago. An ICE agent in New Jersey was struck by a van driven by a fleeing suspect and opened fired on the vehicle, striking it several times. The incident happened around 9:30 a.m. In Philadelphia, or 60 miles east of Philadelphia. The officer's condition not immediately known, but sources telling Philadelphia NBC is expected to survive. ICE has not released the description of the suspect or revealed whether the driver was injured. The outlet reports the van's back window may have been blown out when the agent fired his weapon. It was not immediately clear why the suspect was being pursued. The whole area is shut down at this point. So, I feel like the ICE stuff had really calmed down since we had the couple killings. And here we are today with an exchange of fire with ICE agents. I did feel like they were just in a cooling off period, and it was all going to come back around again. They were gonna ramp back up. Not sure if this is a part of that, but it happened.
Yeah, I mean, if an agent gets hit by a vehicle, I think it's sensible.
I mean, what do you do? Yeah, I mean, well, I would have thought that the first time too, and look how that worked out. That one was a little slipperier, to say the least. I guess this is real. Israel, the U.S. and Iran have reached a peace deal to end their 3.5-month-old war, according to President Donald Trump. The Strait of Hormuz, which carries about 20% of the world's oil, is set to reopen on Friday when the deal is signed in Switzerland. The deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete, Trump put on social media. Congratulations to all. I hereby fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and simultaneously authorize the immediate removal of the United States naval blockade. Ships of the world, start your engines and let the oil flow. The signing will launch a 60-day negotiating process to determine the fate of whether or not Iran can do anything when it comes to having a nuke ever, and the extent of the sanctions. There's like also that, and I guess it's not as bad as it seems, but there's that big chunk of money too that technically Iran is going to get when they follow through with everything. I think anytime you hear about, well, they're going to end up with a bunch of millions and millions of dollars, it doesn't necessarily feel good. But I would say at this point, if we're taking an L, let's just take the L so we don't have to deal with it.
That's exactly. Just make it be over.
I mean, nobody wants to hear that, but if that is the case, let's just give a little bit and gas prices seem like they are already, oil, when this was all announced, the oil prices plummeted. And, let's hope that's a trend.
Yeah, I started following that dude on X that you.
Oh, the gas buddy guy?
Yeah. And that's exactly what he said, is that the prices have already started to come down from it.
It sounded like $3.60 today or
Yeah.
something
Oh, wow.
somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Fill up.
Yeah. $2 gas is coming our way. Yeah, hell yeah, brothers. Man, this is a viral story. Everybody seems to be highlighting the Florida man element of it, and the images are just viral at this point. A man in Pasco was pulled over for speeding on Friday night, but ended the night with much more serious charges. The Florida Highway Patrol said 33-year-old Connor Parody, what's his last name? Yeah, of San Antonio, was pulled over just after 10:45 on Friday while driving northbound on I-75. He flew past a state trooper, and when they finally made contact with the driver, they noted that the guy was heavily intoxicated. In addition, he had... It's bad to have one open container in your car. Like if you got a roadie, as they call them, bad news. Don't do it. You're going to get yourself in trouble. This guy had 34 open containers in his vehicle in the form of a pile of White Claw cans in his passenger seat. He was arrested under suspicion of DUI and was booked into the Land O'Lakes jail with a BAC of 0.177. That is over double the legal limit.
I mean, you guys know how it is when you drink those seltzers. You get like halfway done, and then it starts to get warm. You're like, So he probably just tossed it aside, opened up a freshie.
So you're saying like it may have looked bad with 34 open, but at the end of the day,
he drank like 4.
He might have actually only had a couple.
Still bad, but not as bad as 33.
I'm here for that. Just the image of like just driving around like that. You just at that point you've given up on life. Like if you can have 34 open White Claws in your passenger seat, like you don't care whether you go to prison or not.
It's just clanking around on turns. That's
Yeah,
just turns.
yeah, not even that. You take
Can't
a
even hear
turn,
your stereo.
Everything's flying everywhere you go. So good luck, buddy. He is now locked up. Man, this is an interesting thing that is becoming a major conversation across our country, and I think it's going to become a bigger conversation. I've heard murmurs of stuff happening in Pinellas County, and Lakeland is in the thick of the fight right now because Lakeland officials are set to discuss a proposed 12-month freeze on high-powered data centers during a crucial city commission meeting on Monday. City commissioners recently signaled approval for the city attorney to draft an ordinance that would put a 12-month moratorium when it comes to pulling 50,000 megawatts or more. Commissioners will discuss the proposal during their upcoming Monday meeting at 9 a.m. The proposed freeze requires 2 publicly advertised hearings and a commission vote before it can be adopted. These data centers popping up all over the country, I think you have to have a very deep understanding of like what it takes to run AI and all of these different things to know why you need them. But they are absolutely insane. The amount of power that they run on, and the real thing is the fresh water that they have to have. They can't have like the water that you water your lawn with that is like recycled water. You can't use that. You have to use fresh water, and that water, from what I understand, essentially exits the aquifer. Like it goes away. Like so you pump in all that fresh water, and at a time when we're in droughts and we're doing this and that, I had it in front of me. How much water, I bet you it's the first thing that comes up, does a data center use a day? It's an insane amount. A medium-sized data center consumes 110 million gallons of water annually. That's fresh water. Roughly 300,000 gallons of water a day, primarily for cooling these massive hyperscale computers, particularly those that are handling AI. The bigger ones, they're using up to 5 million gallons per day. That is the daily usage of a city with 50,000 people. So a big supercomputer that just needs to be cooled down is operating on the same amount of water that a city with 50,000 people would need. And I think I'll take them at their face value. I don't have a good conspiracy theory, but the rate in which these are popping up all over the country, I think should probably be something we have a mild level of concern about.
Yeah, and tell me again about my water sprinkler restrictions,
That's the perfect thing is that we are in a drought here in Florida, and it's tough, and I understand we need to be responsible about it, but I don't think you can be responsible about it and also give clearance to these data centers to come and use that much water.
Just stick them all in Antarctica.
Yeah, so
That's melting anyway.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, just use all of the melted ice cap water.
Yeah. Fresh water.
Just like that. When I was reading something in here said meta and all of that, the one thing I did think was really, really undeniably cool last night, and I'll be curious to see if there's a follow-up and if it's way harder than they're saying. So I guess there's these the version of the meta glasses, like the AI glasses, that can, I don't know that they can help you see completely, but they're very, very beneficial to blind people when you wear these glasses. And they announced last night on the UFC broadcast with Zuckerberg that every blind veteran will be eligible to get a pair of these meta glasses for completely free.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
Which I thought was pretty cool. Zuckerberg being in that universe I think he's probably the type of guy where he's going to befriend the circle that is ever in power. But he's like a jiu-jitsu guy, and he has an in with a lot of the UFC guys. But he definitely seems to be a little more in the inner circle with Trump and all of those guys than you might have thought. And I just thought that was pretty cool. I would imagine the average cost of those not super cheap.
How does that work? Like if you're legally blind, I understand, but blind?
Oh, let me see if I can get a proper.
Because man.
Meta glasses for blind people. A Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glass is increasingly used in affordable accessibility for the blind and visually impaired. They feature a built-in camera, microphone, and AI capabilities that provide real-time audio descriptions of surroundings, read text, and connect users directly to sighted volunteers.
Okay, so they don't help them see.
Yeah, they'll just
navigate.
They'll explain everything that you're seeing.
Okay,
which
is
in
great.
Real time. And then Elon Musk came out and said, "I've got digital eyeballs that I will also." I saw. You know what they didn't do last night that I didn't notice is UFC always usually has like multiple moments where they go to all the celebrities in the crowd. I did not see that a bunch. I don't know if that was probably by design. I would think.
Yeah, I saw Tony Hinchcliffe, and that was it.
Tony Hinchcliffe was there. The
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
On the special?
7 minutes. I was going to bring it up in the last thing because I just thought of it.
Yeah.
John challenged me to see how much I could watch.
Yeah.
You got, 10 minutes?
Maybe. I mean, I finished it, but it was...
Oh, you did?
It's horrific.
There was a joke, I don't know if you remember because they were all bad, where he was comparing like D and then suicide.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right after that, I was like, this is so dumb, bro.
Dude, I don't know that I've ever... can remember anything. And a lot of it is, I love Kill Tony. I love Tony Hinchcliffe. This is the worst special that it's ever been on television. It almost feels like there's something we're missing because the fact that the Netflix people sat down with him and they went, yeah, let's put this out. Like that to me is the most shocking. Like it was a abject failure all the way across the board. The people in the room don't really laugh. You can tell he had these moments that he thought were going to be big pops, and it just didn't really
the thing you mentioned with him walking and going, huh?
Yeah.
After he says a joke, it's so cringe.
And I've seen so many people too talk about the fact he's just walking in a circle. Like I don't know what you're supposed to do to work in the round stage. He just walks in a circle, so much so that at the end of the special, I don't know why he couldn't use the cordless mic. The mic cord is in this giant knot that he has to like bring it up. He like points it out because there's this big knot in the middle of the circle.
I don't know. I heard you bring up Andrew Dice Clay the day the laughter died. Are we sure that he's not that brilliant?
It's not that. It's not that. It's that now that I kind of understand that and the things that he was doing, it was more I'm over here now. Like that whole thing was you could understand it. This, you could tell he thought he was killing it. Like he really thought he was killing it. One other thing, I meant to bring it up earlier when we started this conversation about the UFC. Did either of you see the drama about the Daniel Cormier tweet that was then deleted that there's this huge controversy with now?
About Eric Trump?
Yeah, so Daniel Cormier, it seems to be up for debate.
Oh.
So Daniel Cormier, former UFC fighter, he's one of the commentators. Hours before the card last night, he puts up this post on X that says, I'm not, I don't play with this. I love this sport. I'm not dealing with any insider BS, all of this. And he shares screenshots from Eric Trump, from Donald Trump's son, asking him for inside information on the fights, asking him if he knows anything about injuries. And then in one of the messages, he says, is any of this rigged? Pretty much saying, like, can you give me the inside scoop on something that's rigged? So the thing that happened last night was Grok on X is saying, yes, this was posted by Daniel Cormier's verified account, and it pivoted overnight to he was hacked. So, and I almost wonder if he was hacked or if the messages, if he really did post it, it's either 100% real, which is not far-fetched, or I'm wondering if the account that reached out to him was not really Eric Trump, and then he shared it thinking that it was, and now he's got, egg on his face, because they did get him last night leaving the event. He was like, I don't know what happened there. I guess I was hacked. So just very, very weird. And then again, that doesn't seem like something that is totally out of the question, that Eric Trump would be like, what's the real deal? What's the real deal here, buddy?
Yeah, I think the greatest statement on America right now is that you can't discount something like this right away.
Well, that's the problem with everything.
Yeah.
Is everybody now has to run it through their own judgment system of, could it be real? Can it be real? I see it with my own eyes. Is it real? And I still think once you do all that, you still aren't going to figure it out.
No, at 4:30, I want to go into what I think is a psyop involving a big news story today.
Ooh.
Huge one. That kid who died, the helicopter crash.
Oh, Oliver Tree?
Yeah.
You think that does that mean he's not really dead?
I don't think he ever really existed.
What do you mean?
I had never heard of him before this I consider myself pretty savvy when it comes to
You never heard of him?
Oh.
Not once.
I thought you would be into him.
Yeah, I would have, I think, if I had known who he was.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever existed. I think they made this whole thing up. It's a social experiment.
I do believe he played an Next Big Thing. I'm pretty sure.
Psyop.
But I will say, I didn't really know much about him. I saw him because he would always pop up on other social media. The guy that does I forget his name. He has in that bodega in New York where he makes all the crazy sandwiches.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Foodie Justice?
Aki. No, not him. Aki. Let me get it the Aki way.
Yeah,
I saw him do a video with that guy where he brought in this 100-pound bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And it was just a whole bit. I've seen him on stuff like that, but I didn't really know his music. And
I knew it through Wyatt. He was a big fan of him.
Yeah.
He tried to push it on me. I go, this is terrible. Why are we listening to this guy?
Yeah, I think he did a Next Big Thing.
Never existed.
Yeah.
Next Big Thing?
No, that existed.
So, all right, I'll be listening. I'll be listening to find out the
I have theories
for the why here.
He played characters, right? Why am I asking you?
I don't know.
You just said you didn't really know the guy?
He's make believe, man. That's a character.
He might be. He looks make believe.
Exactly.
So did somebody ever dress up as him, or is he just AI?
That's a great question,
that is
John.
true.
Now you're asking the right questions.
Yeah. Well, when we go to break, I want to play this verse that I have to say, for whatever reason, I think there was the last concert and all of that, and maybe there was such a big gap with the music. I just felt like I hadn't had my deep love for the Dirty Heads that I had. I mean, for many, 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 many years, I would have said, no questions asked, my favorite band. I do have to say, I think this new album has made me re-fall in love with the Dirty Heads.
Good.
And there's a song on there that I think is so damn good. And I saw an interview with Jared where he said it was one of his favorite songs to write. And he said this album is his favorite album they've ever done. And it's such a cool premise. I don't know if it's going to curse, and it might. The whole idea of the song is letter to my future self. So it's the whole thing is they're writing letters to their future self. And I love, love, love Duddy's verse so much, I thought we'd go out with it.
Man, I can't believe you're still smoking weed. Yeah, I can. After all, you're just older me. And I remember I was living your dreams. Now show some gratitude. You be getting down, showing battle wounds, drinking too much like you's an animal. Man, you got a family and they count on you. One more thing I must say to you. You care too much what they think is true. You know where it is you came from. Remember who you are and be proud of what you've done. This is a letter to my future self.
Dude, there's a couple bangers on there that have really made me reappreciate the Dirty Heads. So I had to dump half of it, sorry, but it was mostly for the room. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll dig into more joints. Big stray cat aficionados in this room. We've got a situation unfolding with a stray cat in Polk County that is pretty much the top story on all the local news right now. We'll give you that and some more coming up next on the back half of John's Joints.
This is a letter to my future self.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Our biggest problem is in Pinellas, where a wreck has had 2 lanes blocked southbound on Belcher Road past Salin Avenue. Hillsborough accidents include one westbound on Causeway Boulevard just past 50th Street. There's also accident activity along Brandon Boulevard east of Lumsden Road. This is Jim with traffic.
Any good weekend plans?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MSC Cruises. We're going to White Sand Beach and Beanbag Chair.
Are you using nouns as verbs?
You can do that on MSC Cruises. Where was I? The food. We'll rigatoni, French fry, we might even gelato. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I was going to lawnmower.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Save time and money with a wood fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $1,392. Visit fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
A cat named Mo for Blue Bear Total Home Services. Now, nobody thinks about their AC until they're sweating in their own living room. And when it's time to call an HVAC company, reputation matters. Most people don't know the mechanics of an AC system. I don't, so you want a company that you can trust and that shows up when you need them. That's Blue Bear Total Home Services with a perfect 5-star rating and over 460 Google reviews. Need a new system? Get 0% financing for 60 months or payments as low as $104 a month. BlueBearTotalHomeServices.com. The 5-star difference starts here.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Electricians. What do Tampa Bay homeowners really expect from an electrical contractor? Licensed electricians? Fast response times? Transparent pricing? Strong reviews? CMG Tampa surveyed hundreds of local homeowners to uncover exactly what drives trust and influences decisions when hiring electrical service providers. Want a free breakdown of the findings? Email research at theboneonline.com today.
John Senning here with my new buddy, not the hottest new country star, but a man that can help you plan for the future, Bratcher Brown. He's president of Edgewater Family Wealth. Bratcher, you work with people who have built something in their life, or at least trying to. What are some of the misconceptions and mistakes you see when people are planning for their future and ultimately to retire?
I see a lack thereof. I see people who do not plan, people who have kind of blindly accumulated wealth and maybe done a pretty good job of doing so, but don't really know how to utilize it or what to do next.
Now, a lot of people probably think financial advisor, I've got to have stacks and stacks. Do you have to be already wealthy and doing really well for yourself to plan for your future?
Absolutely not. In some cases, it actually helps to have a plan before you get there, but there are certainly people who have accumulated some wealth, again, that have not taken advantage of putting a plan together and utilizing what they have.
So what do you do? Where do you come into the conversation for those that feel like they got a little something or maybe a little less than what they'd like?
Sure.
What do you do about it, and how do you help them ultimately embrace a better future?
For us, it's educating you. Here's what you've done. Here's how you've done it. Here's what you're doing and what that might lead to. And if you like the way that looks, then great, let's keep on rolling. And if you don't, here's how you change it to get where you're trying to go.
If somebody's listening, they think, this is me, I need to plan, I need to do better with my future, what are some opportunities they can come out, meet with you, and find out what you're all about?
Yeah, we're doing an educational lunch on June 10th at the Ruth's Chris in Tampa. That's going to be a cap of 30 people. Again, there to kind of show you some of the common tropes and misconceptions, mistakes people make with their money. And then we're also doing a virtual event on June 3rd, which you can sign up for at efwevents.com for either of those events.
efwevents.com. You know, people are going to ask me if they can get a steak. What's the deal with the Ruth Chris?
You can get a steak.
You can get a steak, small filet, whatever you'd like. Check them out. EFW Events, Bratcher Brown with Edgewater Family Wealth. Appreciate you so much. Make your plans to go meet with Bratcher and plan for your future today.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife, Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you.
We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
It's the Hooters All-American Summer. Nothing is more American than ice-cold Budweiser pints for $2.50. And Hooters wings all summer long. Register to win a trip to NYC to catch the Rays take on the Yankees. And meet up with Mike Calta. Friday, June 26th from 11 to 1 p.m. as Monica with the JP Show is live at Hooters on Adamo Drive in Brandon.
Injured? It's your case. Own it. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa. Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delegato. No big change weather-wise. Mostly clear tonight. Mild. Lows about 78 coming up on Tuesday. Mix of sun and clouds and not much rain. Any rain that pops up, showers and thunder showers will favor inland areas during the afternoon and a high about 92.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. We're hitting the back half of John's Joints, rolling up some news of the day and burning them down, just like we do every afternoon in the 3 o'clock hour. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy, and that is Drew Garabo. He's got Drew Garabo Live headed your way in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
I've got double-headed, there's not a double-headed cat, but I've got a double-headed cat attack coming your way momentarily. Ooh. John's Joints being brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash. If you are passionate about keeping your vehicle clean, Bubble Down is the way to go with that unlimited membership plan that lets you go through as many times as you need to keep your car clean. The afternoon storms are back. The pollen's still falling. The bugs, the birds, the sand from the beach, a lot of things working against you. So when you go unlimited, you go through as many times as you need to ensure your vehicle is clean as you want it to be. Long wash tunnels, spacious vacuums, and amazing staff. Check them out in Tampa, Brandon, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, Spring Hill, South Tampa, and the newest location in Clearwater on Belcher. You will have the cleanest car in town every time you bull down. So we were trying to determine if we actually covered this story, the initial story in the joints at some point. I believe that we did, because Diz reminded me that when I brought you the initial story, he said that this guy stole a cat just like I did, which I did not steal a cat, for the record. That's
rescued one.
Yeah, thank you. But this was the original story was insane, because the way that it was presented, just in case we didn't do it or you missed it, lady has a cat that she's had for, I believe she said 5 years. And it's like an indoor-outdoor situation. So Amazon driver shows up to deliver a package, and the kitty cat is like lounging right near the front door. And the Amazon driver looks down at the cat, pets the cat a little bit, and then just grabs the cat and walks away with it. There is a wild update, and it's, the whole thing is weird to me, because I would think there would be an investigation, or that there would be a little more sense of urgency. Amazon washed their hands clean of the situation pretty much. They weren't willing to deal with her. They didn't really seem to go to the guy who stole the cat at any point, and there doesn't seem to be any plan to get the cat back. Maybe this is true. But supposedly, and I've got the audio here from the news story, supposedly this Amazon driver used to live in the neighborhood over 5 years ago. His cat ran away. This lady took the cat, and he's saying that was his cat.
The house, I got the person's Brenda's package. I take it like a normal day, and I heard a meow, and I seemed surprised of seeing the cat. I looked down to try to look at it more distinct, and I recognized it was my cat because of the distinct design it had on its forehead. It has the M, the eyes, and how the body was set, I knew it was my cat. So I just grabbed him and it just walked off.
Joshua Gonzalez
Walked off.
provided us with documentation he says proves the cat is his, showing an
This is my
adoption
cat.
date of October 9th, 2025. He said he picked the cat out for his 7-year-old daughter. Gonzalez also provided it to his employer, who he said fired him after this incident.
One of my managers calls me, says that to come pick up my check within Monday or Tuesday, and then I was getting terminated.
Amazon confirmed this in a statement saying, "We've been in contact with the driver's employer and the driver is no longer allowed to deliver Amazon packages. We'll continue to work with law enforcement and will defer to them for details as they investigate." So where is Junie now? Well, according to Gonzalez, Junie's name isn't Junie. His family wasn't settled on a name, but they were leaning towards Spartan. But he says she's alive and well. He sent a photo of her next to him on Thursday.
She's at home right now with all her toys. She's not scared. She's happy. She recognizes me.
Right now, it's his word versus hers. Brenda Wilson, who said she's had Junie for 5 years, confirmed Gonzalez used to live in her neighborhood.
And posting online and saying, this is our cat. So we.
If let's say that it was your cat and that you really did believe that.
Yeah.
There's probably, like, maybe you're trying to avoid conflict, but there has to be a better way to, like, try and have a conversation or something. Like, you had to know that this person that lived there thought it was their cat. It's got a collar on. It would have been, I think, well over a year. I thought it was longer. So it had been over a year since he adopted it. She says they've had the cat for 5 years, but I don't know what the proper channels are. I would just think scooping it up and running away with it is not your best bet.
While you're in uniform, especially, like maybe like put a pin in it and go, all right, I'm coming back and stealing this cat, but not while I'm on duty as an Amazon driver.
Am I tripping? You said how long did he have the cat? A year?
Yeah, so the adoption date was in 2025, and the lady says she's had that cat for 5 years.
He said we didn't have a name.
A name for it.
How do you have a cat for a year and you're like,
That's a great
come here, kitty.
And there doesn't seem to be, like, I need to know the story. Like, so did you adopt the cat? You were about to name him, and then, like, I would think most people don't get past a week or two, and that's crazy without naming your cat. So even if the cat got away within a week of you adopting it, it's not your cat anymore.
Nope.
I think that's coming from us. my
common thief. Yeah,
you didn't care for it enough to secure it. He wanted to be elsewhere. Let the cat go.
I love how he was like, I recognized it. It had eyes, whiskers, some ears.
No, it sounds like a cat, all right.
Mine, yeah.
This is the one. I'll never forget that cat. And the second cat story, this one local and a little more serious. A cat has tested positive for rabies after it attacked multiple people in Polk County. The Polk County Sheriff's Office said that during the first week of June, Polk County Animal Control learned of a cat attacking at least 5 people and a puppy in the area of Glen Road in Lakeland. The cat was one of many being fed by a 31-year-old Angelica Perez, who told investigators she names and feeds the strays that roam the area. A 29-year-old man was bitten on the leg at this person's house. A 33-year-old woman was at a neighbor's house when the cat jumped into her lap and bit her finger. When the woman tried to get up, it attacked her again and bit her on the legs. A 16-year-old girl who tried to play with the cat was bit. A 9-year-old girl was bitten on the leg while she was outside of her home in the neighborhood. A 13-year-old boy was taking out the trash when the cat attacked him out of nowhere. And a 4-month-old puppy was spotted being attacked by the cat outside of this home. The cat feeder lady herself has not been attacked herself. But the animal control officers placed traps across the neighborhood and caught 10 strays. But none of them at this point is the rabies cat.
You just don't expect that to happen. Like a cat will come up to you and you're like, "Oh, sweet little kitty." You do not expect it to flip out and bite you.
Yeah. I'm always, even now with Roman, there's just, and I'm more there with him than I've ever been before, but there's just those moments where I'll be like petting his belly or doing something. And, cats just don't like to be touched everywhere all the time. So it's kind of like you hit that spot. And he's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch." Like it's just that quick, like, don't you try that. And so there's just that little bit of like, I know if I did the wrong thing or touched him in the wrong spot, he would go for my jugular.
Yeah, I've had Ruby 13 years, and I know that I can scratch her head and scratch her hindquarters. But man, anywhere between then, if I'm not thinking about it, just absently, she'll let me have it.
I'd like to agree. Cats do suck.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? I'm just kidding.
No,
sorry.
I'm a Catman over here. When you stopped and got me on Friday, Roman let you pet him, didn't he?
Yeah. But it's exactly what you said, though. I was petting him and I touched his spike. He goes, okay, you're doing too much.
Yeah, I'm going to F you up.
The cats are just so interesting.
Yes.
Like, it really is. It's almost like they're so like in touch with being a wild animal, that they're like the independence, and they can love you more than anything in a moment, and then they can also be away from you for as long as they want. And it's just watching them lurk around. They're just interesting creatures.
John, every morning I have to grab a squirt bottle on my walk from my kitchen to my office, because if Ruby sees that I have my breakfast in one hand and my coffee in the other, something like carnal takes over. She will launch at my legs and scratch and bite. So I got to carry that squirt bottle, because when she does it, I point the squirt bottle. I'm like an FBI agent clearing a room. She sees the squirt bottle. She's like, oh, okay. All
we
right.
need footage of this. You need to put this up tomorrow morning. You're a prisoner in your own home.
I am.
With this damn, cat.
She's like, easy. Cat lives matter.
Yeah.
Chill.
I did want to mention as well, this Friday at Janus. So this past week, we partied for the USA-Paraguay game at Al Lang. But this Friday, another watch party going down at Janus. It all gets started at 1:30. Again, tickets only $10, and you can get this round of tickets at januslive.com. Drew and Dizzy will be out there broadcasting from 1 to 4. Do you know who's Team USA takes on Australia at the game actually starts at 3:00. But there's tons of pre-match hoopla, same type deal, the pipe and drum, the CO2 cannons, the big screen, all of that. So make your plans, get your tickets, januslive.com, courtesy of our friends over at Michelob Ultra. It's going to be a great time. I don't know. I was just looking. Is it because I have Trent for Thursday and Friday, and we're going to the Rays game on Friday. So if I can, I'm going to try and swing by and see the boys on my way.
That'd be awesome.
We'd love that.
We go out to Tropicana Field.
And because we're playing Australia, it's, I believe, very low price for Mick Ultra. Foster's $25.
Yeah. Will you bring your didgeridoo?
I'll bring my didgeridoo.
Is that what that thing's called?
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's what those things we were calling. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. Very good. All right, that's it. I'm all burnt up. We're tapping out for the day. Drew Garabo Live is headed your direction in mere moments. Diz, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Drew Garabo, thank you so much.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Diz.
We will be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m. The juice will be loose with Judge Juicy at 2 p.m.
Oh, and bring your DVD. I want to borrow it.
Oh, dude, I need to take it for a spin before anybody else borrows it. I got to see what Tommy Pistols, what kind of work he puts down.
9mm, if you will.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say, we got DVD players here.
Probably frowned upon.
There's got to be well, even if there's one here, I can steal it, or at least borrow it, rent it, if you will. Before we fully get out of here, you know we love telling you about our buddy, that dude, Jeff Borum.
Let's say you took a job someplace within Tampa Bay and you need to move in a hurry. The guy you need on your side is our friend, Jeff Borum.
You know, there's still an urban legend out there in the Tampa Bay area that if you got a nice house, throw a sign up in the front yard, for sale by owner, maybe throw it on Craigslist. Those days are gone. The Tampa Bay housing market got a lot of people coming in and coming out, but you need a trusted source to make sure you get the right buyer and get the most money for your home. And Jeff Borum with Team Borum, powered by eXp Realty, might have a buyer ready to go for your home before you even know that you want to sell it. Do not go for sale by owner. Go with Team Borum.
The guy who lives here, works here, and knows this market is Jeff Borum. He'll even give you options. He'll buy your home. He'll sell your home. He'll even rent your home. We trust him, and you can too. BORHAM for Team Borum.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone is making your summer a little more American-er. With the Hooters All-American Summer. Because there's nothing more American than ice-cold Budweiser and Hooters wings. Hell yeah! Sorry, where was I? Oh, yeah. Whether you're watching the Rays or the World Cup, do it at Hooters all summer long and enjoy 250 Budweiser pints. Plus, join Mike Calta Friday, June 26th from 11 to 1 for a Bone Liquid Lunch at Hooters in Brandon. Register to win a trip to NYC to see the Rays take on the Yankees. Details at theboneonline.com. 250 Budweiser pints and a trip to NYC from Hooters, Budweiser, and 102.5 The Bone. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Tampa, there's been an accident along the off-ramp to Ashley from southbound I-275. There's a St. Pete crash along 16th Street north at 30th Avenue. Further north in Pinellas, you may still find the right lane blocked southbound on Belcher just past Salon Avenue. This is Jim with traffic.
Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
I'm John Morgan at Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Get into the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Right now, new members of Unity by Hard Rock receive 50% off Fresh Harvest Buffet. Or while you're there, try some of their other great restaurants like Suppresso, the Res Grill, Rise Kitchen and Grill, and of course, the Council Oak Steakhouse. And if you're there to gamble, don't forget the $700,000 Phoenix Link free slot spin happening on Tuesdays in June. And on Sundays, the $270,000 Blackjack Tournament buy-in series. Whether you're there to eat, to party, or to win, it's the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Get in there today.
This is Mav, spokes eagle for Veteran Air, the home services company proud to serve you. Did you know eagles fly on water too? That's right, we use our wings like oars, like a feathered kayak. So if you need help with the water in your house, remember, Veteran Air has expert plumbers ready to cruise over and help with your emergencies and projects. For a limited time, you can get $50 off plumbing repairs of $250 or more. Learn more at veteranair.com.
Veteran Air. If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congrats to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of the $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that's going to transfer when you sell your home. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word WOW to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text WOW to 20129.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in the Tampa area without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in the Tampa area for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FREE to 64,000. The Tampa area is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop workshop next week right here in the Tampa area and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FREE to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FRE